You think you're weird? I think you're dumb. You fucking attitude makes me so fun. You're drunk now, just go home. You're drunk now, just go home. You're drunk now, just go home. You're drunk now. Coming to you live from the luscious loins of LaPel, Indiana. It's Bullshep or Jonathan Shepler, wherever the fuck I'm calling myself on this very beautiful Sunday. Our guest tonight is none other than one of the dopest bass players you'll ever meet in your life. His name is Woodrow, and he also brought with him Elizabeth Bob. Liz.
Happening.
Hell yeah. I bet you didn't think I was going to say that, did you, motherfucker? Like straight out of the gate.
I appreciate that.
Hell yeah, man. I'm going to go ahead and share this live feed real quick. So for the fourth show in a row, we had trouble right out the fucking gate. So StreamYard, man.
It happens.
Technology. Yeah.
Makes your life easier and harder.
Yes, it does. Yeah. So found out this morning Liz was coming. So the way I know Liz because you guys played in Woodrow project together, and then Liz used to own Lizards, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And then Thompson House.
Yep.
Right on.
We sold during COVID.
Okay. Yeah, they like it. They were like everybody else, pretty much.
That's where I met her too, Lizards.
You met her at Lizard?
I think my drummer at the time was he was announcing his last show on stage, and she just happened to be working and said, "Hey, I play drums." And now we got a baby.
Hell yeah.
It's
15 years
one in
later.
10 chance if you play in my band, you might get.
Statistically speaking, if you play with Woodrow.
It's been a lot more drummers than that, actually, but yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're hard to corral.
Yeah, so we just had Sarber on Wednesday, and we were talking about the fact that you you do you like record bands in the past.
I did, yeah. Oh well, yeah. You're talking Sugar Moon Rabbit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did their first album like in a bedroom.
I can't remember who else. I just had somebody on a couple weeks ago, and we were talking about you, and you recorded their album too. But now it's like it's over my head. I can't remember.
You know, I was doing a lot of that stuff. I got a hell of a lot better at it over the years, but you know, I started recording a lot of our stuff. I mean, I started recording my stuff way back, man, and then you know, I went into some professional studios for some of my stuff too. But I don't know. I just always like the production side of things, doing it on shitty equipment in a bedroom or a garage or whatever, and then doing it on good equipment in a bedroom or a garage or whatever. And it's night and day difference when you got some decent gear to work on. And, you know, like for instance, my first bass I ever played was, goddamn, the strings had to be an inch off of the fretboard. And, I mean, I think that's where I developed a real heavy style, you know, but then I played on like a Corvette, you know, like a Lamborghini of basses. And, you know, it's not really the equipment so much as the technique.
Yeah.
And it's a big difference when you actually got good gear too.
Oh yeah, dude.
Which I never gave a shit about either, man. Like, you know, I could go play bare bones, you know, stripped down, no effects, just raunchy, raw, live, and whatever gear we could throw together. But there's a big difference when you kind of get spoiled by having some decent gear and good sounds and shit.
My thing is like the fucking thing stays in freaking tune, you know? That's a big thing. Like, but I don't know how. I haven't really played bass in a long time, but I know that for me personally, like guitars, man, if they go out of tune, I'm just like, fuck this shit.
Well,
that's my big thing.
I used to change my tunings all the time on stage and shit, and then, you know, getting fucking sloshy drunk and playing and being all little out of tune, and then you start to really just want to sound good. So then you get a fucking pedal to make sure your shit stays in. And
hell yeah.
I don't know. It just depends on how serious you take yourself, I guess. I mean,
you know, I like having fun. That's, you know, that's pretty much, especially like I'm 40 now.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to like, I'm
not
not
a
out
star
here.
when you grow up.
Yeah, trying to be a rock star. I'm
Uh,
just trying to have fun and
you know,
do it for the
artists,
love of
I was
oh shit! Look at all these
doing
comments.
pretty good with that shit. Like pre-COVID, right before COVID hit, I was actually touring quite a bit with Starve the Beast. We started making some decent jack, you know, taking it pretty damn serious. And right about that time, like COVID hit, it murdered the scene for a couple of years, and
Fuck yeah!
it's kind of when I switched over to what I'm doing now. But I if I had to like jump back on the wagon real quick, I just want to do it for fun. I don't give a shit.
Fuck yeah! Go up there and act full and fucking entertain people, make people dance and shit.
I just use it as an outlet, man. Like, I mean, I'm getting paid to do what I love to do now with the art stuff and
Art stuff. I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
You're like, shut up, Step.
a little bit. But that is become my bread and butter, and it's still in the same vein of like my creative outlet. And
Hell yeah.
so music for me at this point is literally just an outlet, It's not like any kind of goals or fucking hidden agendas with trying to do something big with it,
Yeah,
I'm too tired. I don't want to lug all that fucking gear around anymore like that.
that shit fucking sucks. Especially like you have like one of those tall ass fucking cabs, right? With like 610s in it or something.
Two 412 cabinets. So yeah.
Yeah. Fucking heavy.
Wasn't
Four
that
four
the
410s.
melody that we were going into when
Pull that
someone
over.
asked me? Oh my god.
Hey.
Sorry, I didn't
Oh,
mean
no,
to
you're
back
good.
up with this. I think it was the melody we were going in, and I was carrying my drums, and I can't think of his name right now.
That was
I won't call him out. Don't call him out on it, but
Dave from
I
Ralco.
wish I had a girl to carry
Remember
my
Ralco?
drums. Yeah, I wish I had one too.
From where?
The band Ralco.
It's not ringing a bell.
Well, anyway, we were playing the melody in with him the same night,
my
and he was a drummer. And
Yeah, I
in
was
that
carrying my
band.
drums in, and he see me, and he looked at him like, I wish I had a girl to carry my drums.
I
I'm like,
said,
yeah,
I bet
me too.
she
They're-
does too.
they're
Yeah.
mine.
Foot
No,
and
I
mouth.
know, I just thought that, yeah.
Foot and mouth shit right there.
Oh yeah, I don't want to carry my drums. It's hard.
I'm gonna now like I'm gonna remember that moving forward. Like next time I have a girlfriend, I'm gonna be like, number one, you have to carry my equipment into every show. You have to be dedicated to my craft.
You are my dedicated
Things on the
carrier. Man, roadies are nice
You better be
though.
carrying equipment.
Yeah, name them Dolly. Your nickname is Dolly from now on.
Oh my god, that's great.
Man, if you can get
a
somebody to
bad
help
joke.
you with that shit, it's totally worth buying them a couple beers or whatever. Because
Yeah.
you get tired of lugging that shit.
I always tell my drummers. I always do. I always help them with their crap, their shit.
Usually
out of the way.
somebody shows up that's like there to support them. And
I've always
Help
been
'em
very,
along.
very lucky. I've always had. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
you said you're just
very,
singing
very
in
lucky.
the one band that you're in now.
No, we used to be called Fiber, but now we're called Tight Like a Tiger. We're still out rocking.
Well, the other one though,
The band I couldn't think of the
Didn't-
name of.
Fiber. Yeah.
and then Sick the Ripper.
But you're just singing in that, right?
Yeah, just singing.
Yeah. So I mean, I in Starve the Beast, I put down the bass and I was letting. I had
Hell yeah.
some other people driving the bass, and
Isn't that great?
I was just singing. And I mean, I was like programming and doing shit for like backbeats and shit like that we were using the SPD, and we'd have our little backing tracks and shit sync with different keyboard sounds and that kind of shit. So I was doing a lot of that pre-production stuff, but I was just singing in that band and just trying to perform just as a front man. And it would be nice if all I had to do was like carry in a microphone and fucking get on stage, but still end up loving everybody's shit around.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I help with all that, but once it's like all up there, then I fuck off.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah,
It's
set up
harder
your own shit.
afterwards to take it out.
like yeah. I got everything ready for the show tonight.
Everybody's on the same fucking team till you're fucking 40, and you're like, you take care of your shit, and
Yeah.
I'll meet you when we start the show.
So when did you start doing Circle City 3D?
So that's been an LLC that I started, and that's probably about 3 years now. I've been in the warehouse building that I have now for just over 2. So I started an LLC. I got a partner in that, and he's my partner in the building and in the business. And it's a 3D print business, but you know, kind of my bread and butter has been the art side of that and design and sculptures and traveling around and doing shows and galleries and stuff like that, which you know, it's been cool, man. I've been to New York 20 fucking times in the last year or something. I mean, it's
Holy shit.
and
I knew you were traveling, but I didn't know that much.
Chicago, New York, St. Louis, you know, Connecticut. I mean, getting around and meeting a lot of people, a lot of good
You know,
connections.
I actually prepared. So to give you guys an idea of what some of this artwork looks like, I actually went ahead and what's this one called?
Oh, The Awakening.
The Awakening.
Yeah. So that's the in the dark picture where I made it glow in the dark from the inside, which I didn't know it would actually really glow in the dark, because once we first like applied the shit to the inside, it just wasn't really activating. But it wasn't until I had moved it to, you know, different shows in Connecticut and back, and then was getting it out, because I just took it to Carmel for a show this past, well, yesterday, and I didn't know until I turned all the lights off in my studio that it was actually fucking glowing. So
Yeah, so this was shot in the dark, just
Yeah.
to let everybody know.
yeah, and then it has lighting inside, and at one point it was on a rotating Lazy Susan, so the head was spinning around. But you know, engineering, we were talking about that earlier, you
Yeah.
know, like slip rings and shit, figuring out how to keep the wire from rotating while the piece fucking moves, and it's quite the headache. Doo-doo.
No pun intended.
Yeah.
And then let's see here. We got
Albert.
Yeah, I love what you did with the sunglasses on this.
Yeah, they got like kind of holographic images on the sunglasses. And little known fun fact, the record on that one is Curtis Mayfield Superfly. And then I've done 2 of those now, and the other one was the God damn it, what's the record? I don't know. I'll think about it in 10 minutes and
It's probably
blurt it
Tomahawk.
out of the fucking blue.
I don't know.
Space Odyssey.
Space Odyssey.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah.
And then got a couple more to show. The canceled one, I had to have that.
Yeah.
Hashtag you're canceled.
What a ridiculous thing we went through with that shit, right?
Yeah, I did a skit show. That's actually how Child Liver kind of got back together. I wanted to do a skit show, and every show we would cancel somebody, making fun of cancel culture. But yeah, I thought that was really cool. That's a cool one. And then I already showed the monkey.
It's not Mr. Potato Head anymore. It's just Potato
And
Head.
this is your highest seller right here, right?
Yeah.
Highest seller.
Yeah.
It's the-
What? Sex sells, am I right?
Yeah. Is that I fuck? Oh, fuck.
Fuck on the
Had
first
to
date.
get the jokes in there. But yeah, man, that shit is it's like super cool. And it's been what, 3 years?
Well, I've been in my warehouse for 2, but I've been doing the company for 3, and I mean, like, it's really taken off for me in the last 3 probably, but it's been a build, and I mean, it's kind of been going places like music never was for me in that way. I guess I don't want to say that. I was doing a lot of shit with music, man, but I think that this, for one, man, when you're in a band, you got to depend on a lot of other people, schedules, life, shit gets in the way.
Jobs, kids, yeah.
You do it for the love. It's hard to do.
Other
for
bands
money.
that the other people in your band are in, that there's always
Well,
something, yeah.
Yeah, and then you're sharing your drummer with fucking 20 other bands.
Yeah,
or
hey,
whatever.
preaching the choir over here. My
Yeah.
drummer's in like 12 bands.
Yeah.
So love you, Dennis.
But so I mean, I think that it just was more lucrative for me to just do what I'm doing now and only really have to depend on myself for where I'm trying to go with shit versus, you know, like everybody's got to get together at the same time on the same page in the same place, and schedules have to work out and everything. And I can kind of stick and move and get in and out of other cities and different opportunities by myself a hell of a lot easier. So it's like, it's just been, and it's still, you know, it's a passion of mine. So I mean, I get to do that as a career now in a way that just was dragging fucking, you know, a lot of weight around all the time before. Don't get me wrong, I did build a music studio upstairs in the warehouse. I'm trying to get back into it.
Hell yeah.
You know, she and I have a 11-year-old son together now, which, you know, that kind of changes things. She works a lot of nights, I work days. Our guitar player has a new job and just closed on a house, and he's doing whatever the fuck he's doing.
Who's playing guitar for you now?
Jeff Kleindorfer, same guy.
Still Jeff, right on.
Fucking Jeff.
So Jeff.
Jeff is fucking the shit, you know.
Hell yeah.
Like when you find somebody that you really connect with, keep them, you know.
Good
So
people.
it's really hard to find that bond in bands and shit, as I'm sure everybody fucking knows.
Yeah, he was he played guitar in Zombie Bullets too, right?
He did, yeah.
Yeah.
He's
been with you a lot.
I'm not gonna lie, I hunted. I wanted to wear my Zombie Bullet shirt. And it's like I could not find it, but I have so many fucking shirts.
You know what? I
can't
even
shirts.
fucking find one of those myself. So I don't know. So I got a lot of like hidden gems like that are just who knows where my shit is.
Hell yeah. The sound recording stuff, like definitely keep me in the loop when you start doing that for sure. Because you know, I'll never forget the day I had a show at Tip Top Tavern.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like bringing my gear in, and I was like, I wonder who's running sound here. And
you ever met you?
No, I met you at I think I met you at Lizards. Pretty sure. It could be.
Possibility.
We played shows together quite a bit. So back in the day.
I was grinding.
Yeah.
I was at one point somebody called me the king of playing dive bars or some shit. And
yeah, dude, you were all over the place. Yeah.
5 nights a week playing fucking local and shit. Like
before we had Bishop, I played.
I didn't really care so much about it. I just
you kept
the experience was fucking great, man. Just to go do it so fucking much.
You used to do open mics too, right?
I've hosted a few of those, you know. I used to work at Locals Only. I worked at fucking Tip Top Tavern. I worked at Lizards for a while. You know, I mean, I was dead in the scene in the glory day of fucking, you know, early 2000s anyway, or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
But actually, you know what? I moved back from Florida. I lived in Florida for a couple years, and I put out an album down there, and then moved back here, and then went to work at Locals Only, like 2008. And then I just hit the scene fucking hard. Just, you know, prior to that, I was playing. I don't remember the Hideaway. Dave Quasar on the Hideaway, the same. Oh yeah. Same dude that owned Locals.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was I guess his first venture. But you know, when I first came on to the indie scene, I was playing there all the time. We came in to play an open mic there, and then he sat down and booked us up for like 6 months straight.
Damn.
And it was good for me because I needed the experience, you know. And I think that's actually Wayne commented the other day, and that's about the time when he had done my first Barfly comic.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And then later, once I came back from, you know, several years later, came back and was doing Will Woodrow project thing. You know, he did another one for that, which was cool. But about that time, I was fucking hitting it hard. I had nothing to lose and fucking just, you know. No dead weight, no real responsibility, working like a shitty kitchen job or something.
Dude, you just like totally reminded me. There's this song. I don't know if it was off your first album, but it was it's about cops.
Oh my God.
Suey.
Dude. Man, when we first
that song is banned in 6,000 countries.
God, I miss playing it though. It's like we can't play
really?
it, but
like, no
I feel like we can't play that anymore. But man, the memories of playing.
Actually,
that song,
now is like the best
people
time to play that
wild.
song. It's
so
it's all the hype. It's all the hype.
So
ACAB.
it made people crazy.
Is be one of those kind of hidden track deals, you know, that you just bust out live every once in a while. We used to play that song. I actually have a tattoo on my side called it's the back of the album art for Blood on the Separate.
Yeah, I have that album.
Well, that song is on there.
Right, yeah.
Isn't it? No, it's not. Is it?
Yes. It's at the very end.
Yeah. Well, it's on there. But
that's awesome that you got that tattooed on you, man.
Well, that's also the album art for the back of the record. But when we did that, there was a series of fights that kept breaking out at all of our shows, and it was from us playing shit like that all the time and getting people, you know, hype.
Yeah,
you know, and then fucking, you know, we would play that shit and people would get pissed off about it and fucking walk out because they love cops or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or, you know, it would cause people to fucking get real hype and
it was just
start buying.
So just like pump people up. They couldn't help, like,
yeah.
So some songs just like make you want to.
It's you know, you got that flow running on it, and it's fucking it hits hard.
It's like the music, the lyrics,
lost
all of it
audio video
moves you in that way.
Uh-oh. No,
Hi, Jeanette.
we're good. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, I remember Easy Fields open stage. We used to butt heads, me and that guy. I don't really know why. It's just fucking ego shit,
Oh
probably.
yeah.
Yeah.
I remember him.
There's a lot of
Yep.
fucking people that I probably used to butt heads with. I don't, whatever.
Yeah, it happens.
There's a lot of people that will either just absolutely not watch this because I'm on it, or watch it because they want to see if I fucked up my life in hopes that I had,
Yeah, well, they're fucked because you're out here kicking ass and taking names, man. Ha 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 ha. This is good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, fuck them, fuck the haters. I always tell people that quote from that what movie is it? I don't even know, but if someone's like getting dogged on real hard and it's for no good fucking reason other than somebody just doesn't like them because they just don't like them, I always tell them like, hey man, they hate us because they ain't us.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or keep talking shit. You're making me famous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just don't, I don't understand it. I don't.
But you know what though, man? I mean, like in full fucking disclosure, I was a fucking raging fucking dickhead too. I mean, like, I can admit that. I mean,
You're always nice to me.
well, yeah, and I mean, but like you kind of age out of the ego shit, and I just never had much of a tolerance for fucking bullshit. Like if you were here to talk to me and about some real shit, cool. If you're coming up to me promising me some fucking show in Hawaii that's gonna pay me fucking 10 grand and you're full of shit and you can't even spell Hawaii or know anybody, like I'm not gonna sit and fucking talk to you about it for 20 minutes and try to pretend with you, and just like I guess that probably gave me quite the reputation for just being a fucking asshole. But honestly, it's just like
it was on your
very
mind.
forward.
Let's cut to the chase, man. We're on a fucking limited fucking
I'm
timeline.
not gonna be
Mhm.
sugar coated. You either get it or you don't.
Yeah. So let's dive a little bit here.
Sure.
When did you start playing music? How old were you?
I mean, like 5 or 6, man. I mean, I started writing songs when I was probably like 7 years old. It's
Holy
always
shit.
been in my
That's
art
awesome.
and music both, man. And I mean, I had drums that I think came up missing because my mom got tired of hearing them or whatever. And then it was keyboards, and then fucking guitars. And I think I played keys, and it was like, man, I used to be like a hip hop dude when I was
No
18,
way.
19, 20.
Hell yeah, dude.
I remember going to I played the Black Expo in Atlanta and said something on the mic to the effect of like, I feel like a grain of rice and a bowl of raisins. And it was totally like totally like a joke, you know what I mean? And just trying to lighten the mood, but that went the wrong way,
Oh my
But
god.
about the time Eminem came out, I was like, all right, this white rapper kid thing is like fucking done. And I didn't start playing bass till I was like 20, 21, 22, 23, somewhere in there. And my sister gave me a bass, and that's the one I was telling you. This all strings are fucking all. It's a piece of shit. It was a Hyundai, like the car company, fucking bass. And anyway, that's when I started playing bass, and then I switched over from like the hip hop shit to more of a rock thing, and I found my voice in singing. And the first band I had was called Minus One because we didn't have a fucking singer, and I started singing, and then just on from there. But I've always brought back in the production and my roots from hip hop and shit like that, and kind of always been a groove based dude,
Mhm.
bass player, keyboards,
Oh yeah.
rhythm.
You're fucking nasty at that bass, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's
been a while. I haven't picked one up in a while.
Yeah, I remember like the first time I saw you play, and I was like, Jesus, how does he do that? Because you play a 6-string too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking dope, man. And
Yeah,
sing at the same time.
Lordy. I quit going up in strings when I got a 7-string, and then I had all these custom effects built into the back of the bass. So like all these pedals that I had, I took it to a guy, had him fucking engineer and wire that shit up, and had all my pedals in there on switches because I didn't want to do the tap dance and sing and play. And so I put it all in there on switches, and I was playing a 7-string. I'm like, this is too much.
I forgot about that.
So I went back to a 6-string. I still have
You
it.
still have it?
Yeah.
Forgot
Trying to get Cliff to take it from me, but he never did do anything with it. So I actually remember I tried to sell that on a marketplace, and this guy is like, that thing looks like it could beat you in chess. So I post a picture of me versus it playing a game of chess.
Right on.
Send it back as a rebuttal.
What about you, Liz? When did you start playing music?
In school.
In school?
It was
Marching band and
offered
shit,
and
right?
yeah. Yeah. I started playing in school. It was offered like, you know, and I think it was 5th or 6th grade. They do like the little things in music class to see what you're good at.
What is that? The recorder? Is that what they call them? I can't remember what they call it.
Yeah, like the music class where they give you like the
Yeah.
recorder and the drumsticks, and they're trying to figure out what you're good at. And I apparently had natural rhythm, and my teacher's like, "You should really play percussion." So I think it was 7th grade that I started playing in school, and I played all the way through school. I was in marching band. I was actually the first freshman and the first female on the snare line in Portage High School. So yeah, that was like
Nice.
for me a big accomplishment. Unfortunately, I quit after my first year because of stupid peer pressure of
Fucking doing drugs or what?
no, just you know, your friends want you to be in the stands watching the football game and blah blah blah. And I wish I wouldn't have done that. I wish I would have kept playing, and yeah, it was wonderful. But at the age of peer pressure, so I stopped playing. Then I played all the way through school, through high school, and then after that, I just started playing in different bands here and there with people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
You played in a cover band for a while?
my very first band, I think I was 21 or 22. I was out drinking one night and I ran into somebody, and somehow a conversation started that they needed a drummer. And then the next thing I knew, I was in a 5-piece cover band, and Cover Me Up. Yes, I was.
That was the name of it?
Yes, Cover Me Up. Oh my God, I totally forgot about that. Yeah, that was my first band. It was cover band. So I did that for a while, and then that's all I can't even think. It was in maybe just that band up north. And then I moved to Indianapolis 2006, started playing with you. And then after we had Bishop, I had my all-girl band with Mary and Stacia.
Well, you were working at, she was
And
working
then
at the Rock
Sarah-
House for quite a while.
What was the point
Oh,
after?
the point after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before it was the Rock House.
The point after.
Right. Yeah.
That's where you got your cocaine on Friday
Oh
night.
my God. Yeah, I worked days. I went home when the sun went down. I'm like, no, that wasn't my cup of tea. So
Yeah.
music was always my thing. That's why we left there and bought Lizards. So
It's funny how many of those fucking venues are just
yeah. I think
sad. It's very sad.
pretty sure the Rock House is now a Family Dollar.
Oh, there's like a Chinese food and
Yeah.
no, it's a
smoke
like
shop?
a smoke shop. Yes, it's a smoke shop, and then the Mexican restaurant there kind of expanded.
That's right. They did.
Yeah.
Best fucking tacos on the planet is that taqueria right there, though. By the way.
Yeah.
Of that.
Yeah.
What is that? Keystone and Hannah?
Yeah.
Not that I work for them or anything. I'm just saying.
No, they have really good tacos.
Out of all the tacos I've tried, all the authentic tacos, those are so fire.
They do a good job.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway, all the venues, they just, fell off, man. It's weird how, just
I don't know
time
why
passes
all of
and
a sudden,
shit
yeah.
fucking changes so much.
I feel like things after COVID have just kind of, I don't know. And even the last year or two before that, I don't know. Things are just,
Oh man,
know
that
why
shit
things feel
killed
different
Taco
now. Maybe
Bell.
it's 'cause
Even,
I'm
I mean,
old,
fuck, or any fucking fast food or restaurants or
know.
bars or any shit. I mean,
It's
it came along and fucking crushed the economy.
nobody wants to work anymore.
Yeah.
well, it's a small, but there's not small businesses are like made to fail. I mean,
Yeah, but I live on the east
it's
side
hard.
now.
Small businesses are very hard.
And
but
there's a speedway right by me, which would be hopping all the time, except they close at like 10 o'clock at night and then don't open until 6 a.m. because they got nobody to fucking work in there.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's like,
And they're a huge fucking corporation. Can't you just like slide somebody in there to run the
No.
shit? I guess not.
well, believe it or not, a lot of them are just fucking franchises, and they can't pay people.
yeah, it's like all the small businesses have been pushed out and pushed out and pushed out. And now we can't have all the little things like,
Mhm.
Well,
we just
I
can't
don't.
have what we had with small businesses with these big corporations.
I don't think nobody wants to
I remember
work. I
hearing
think
my
nobody wants to
grandparents
work
be
for the
like, "Oh,
fucking
yep."
money they're willing to pay people.
Yeah.
Is, you know, like if a carton of eggs is fucking, you know, $8 and they're gonna pay you $8 an hour, I'm not gonna work for a whole hour just to buy fucking eggs. You know, it's like I could just sell drugs or do something
Right.
else.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Anything other than it's like I've seen like $12 an hour, $13 an hour, and pretty much like in today's economy, if you're making less than 20, you're pretty fucked.
Yeah, I mean, how do you
Yeah.
survive? I don't know.
I don't
When
either.
your rent's $4,000 a month and you're fucking, you know, trying to get by on a $1,500 a month or whatever.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like
Mm.
like households. It has to be at least 2 jobs per household now.
Totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, if you're like
Absolutely.
living in this out of touch era where in the 50s or whatever, you can buy a whole fucking cart of groceries for $20. I mean, I'll get you a loaf of bread and some milk and eggs or whatever. That's it. So
Yeah.
like,
A lot of people they don't want to hear it, and I'm always the first one to say it, but we are in a recession. This is a recession. We are balls deep in it.
Yeah, I don't know what
So-
we're in, but it's not good. Like, at what point does it, like, if everything gets so expensive and we're not making no more money, then
2 roommates, holy shit.
what is it, like, topple? Like,
Comments.
you know, I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know what to say about
Grow
that.
your own. You're right about that. My little garden out front of the studio has been doing really well this year, man. And honestly, like I've been making pickles and shit out of all the cucumbers for people, trying out different pickle recipes and giving them out to people. I don't even like tomatoes, but they grow, and all I got to do is fucking water them and leave them there in the sun. And anyway, you know, like that's a good little supplemental fucking way to go. Like, you know,
I'm just gonna buy some
little-
chickens and a cow and grow vegetables, I guess. I'm okay with that.
we were talking about like our later plans to maybe move out to the fucking country and you know, just like get a pole barn to work out of for my shit and just like move away from people because I mean, goddamn.
Or off the grid if possible.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of what I did.
Yeah.
A little bit. I
I
moved
don't blame
in the
you.
middle of fucking nowhere.
Blame you.
The first thing I said to you, I was like, "Sorry for the poop smell." Like
Yeah,
they
don't bother
just
me.
Fresh manure.
they just laid the manure. I mean, and we're
The country. It's all
downhill,
right.
like downhill from it. It's right across the street. It's nothing but cornfields for 7 miles right here. It's like cornfields.
I'm a city kid, man. I like having everything within a hop, skip, and a jump from me. But at the same time, man, like a lot of the shit I do now is in other cities anyway for work and everything. So, you know, the internet provideth. So, like, I mean, you know, you don't really have to fucking be in the mix of everybody else to make anything happen for yourself. You just
Yeah.
have to build your
Yeah.
connections and be willing to
Yeah.
travel and, you know.
Oh yeah, I feel you. It's hard. It's actually a little hard to get people to come up here. I am eventually probably gonna move back down to Indy. If not, I'm gonna figure out a way to move this at least down to Indy, so
Yeah.
people don't have to drive 45 minutes all the way up here and smell manure.
Yeah.
But
But you know, man, like
There's nothing wrong with that.
anybody that's like
Good for
really
you. Trip to the
serious,
country.
art, music, whatever, you know, what like driving fucking a half hour ain't shit. You know?
yeah,
I mean, if you've done this and you've been on tour or you've like, you know, really struggled or strive for your career, you know, driving across town ain't fucking nothing. So I mean, like, it kind of separates the kids from the professionals when you're willing to just do what you got to do. I mean, fuck, man. I go, like I said, I've been going all over the place and driving out and doing shows with the hopes of maybe selling something. But if I don't show up, I know I'm not going to sell shit.
Mhm.
And, you know, but lo and behold, going opens other doors and just, you know, and if you're not willing to like take that risk in yourself to go out and just show up for the shit, you know, and you let things like
Come
a
on.
few
in.
miles and some gas money stop you from doing it, you know, that's like the easiest fucking part of it, man. You know, especially if you've already been invited to something and you're just like, oh man, I don't know, man, it's like 40 minutes away.
yeah. Dude, that's like the closest for me.
Yeah.
People, kind of a good way to joke about it is people are like, how'd you lose all that weight, Shep? I'm like, oh, it's real easy. The closest McDonald's is 20 minutes from here. Literally, we have a Pizza Hut, whatever. But
Yeah, if you're not by it all
Yeah.
the time, that's
And
not a bad
you
thing,
know,
though.
the
Yeah.
driving thing, I was a district manager for Domino's, so I was going from one store to the other, and I would start my day here in Lapel, and I would drive 45, 55 minutes to my first stop every day.
Yeah.
So it ain't shit.
Not a
Also,
big
there's no
deal.
diet
Yeah.
plan like poverty either. You know.
Right? Yeah, true that. Yeah, yeah. How'd you? I'm poor. Yeah,
Well, I just stopped eating because it's not an option.
yeah. But you still have your cigarettes.
To
You
that
can't live without your cigarettes.
whiskey.
Yeah, yeah. Like I have a small assortment of whiskey here.
You
It's
got
like
a desktop bar. Going
yeah,
on.
Wednesday, last Sunday, and then this actually Tom Woodard, he's gonna be mad at me. I was hanging out with Tom Woodard last night, and he gifted me this bottle of Hard Truth. It's like
Hard Truth is pretty good.
the dopest dope. This
Yeah.
is barrel number 6. It was made May 4th, 2017. It's 109.8 proof, 54.9%
Oh,
alcohol by
wow.
volume.
Somebody
I've
gave me
seen
some
that
Hard
bottle.
Truth
It
vodka.
tastes so good.
I don't want to drink it, but I want to see it sell to people.
Oh yeah.
Somebody gave me Hard
you.
Truth is a local distillery.
Yeah.
And somebody gave me some
I
Hard
haven't
Truth
seen this
vodka,
one.
and it was fucking the smoothest vodka I've
That
had in
is
a minute.
literally the smoothest whiskey I've ever had in my life. My buddy Rob, his birthday was last night, so Tom, gave me the bottle, and I ended up sharing it with a bunch of people because it's really tasty.
Well, it's a good thing I quit drinking because we'd probably be drinking everything sitting up there.
Yeah. I almost went and bought another bottle. I
Oh,
was like,
God,
you know
help
what? I bet we're probably not going to do a whole lot of drinking. So, yeah.
Well, yeah, I gotta keep my head on straight. So,
I got you.
yeah.
Hell yeah. It's part of what I do. I sit at this desk and drink and shoot the shit. So it makes
Nothing wrong with that.
Totally. And I love drinking.
bother me
That's
at all.
why I quit.
right on.
I mean, I love drinking. That's why I just stopped because it's like real easy for me to just fucking like flip the switch of like, fuck it.
Yeah.
So,
When things are good, they're good, but
Yeah.
that's why,
You guys smoke the pot?
yeah, she smokes the pot. I don't really
medicate,
so much
absolutely.
anymore.
Yeah. I do here and there, but it makes me kind of silly.
Makes me stupid.
Yeah. I basically turned into Jim Brewer from Half Baked. I'm like, yeah. What was I talking about? Can't
I'm
remember.
praying for medical to come soon.
Yeah,
Got
it's gonna have
ailments
to
that
happen.
I pray for it every day.
You know what it does to me? I'll like, for instance, if I'm playing a bass line or something, I'll just play it over and 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 really never go anywhere,
It affects everybody different. Like you don't do, you
Just get fucking
Yeah, I don't-
super tuned
Yeah.
into one fucking direction. And like,
Oh,
it
dude.
doesn't
I
really
used
put you
to-
in the place that I feel like with your artistic
It doesn't,
stuff you
like-
do that you want to be. It kind of, I hate to say dumbs you down.
my fucking
But it
brain goes
does.
Yeah, so did mine.
all the time. And pot just like, it's like it takes half of that away from me. And then I'm just like,
Maybe it'd be good for sleep.
this isn't right for me,
Mhm.
because I can't,
Maybe at bedtime.
I need all that fucking constant
yes,
motion to
yes.
do the shit that I'm
Changes you.
doing.
Not everybody's like that. Everybody's different.
Yeah,
Right.
if I
That extra dose of
I've seen some
anxiety and
different
shit.
things over the years of like, oh yeah, you should never do that again. Like I don't understand that at all because I feel like
I
guess
mean,
I'm just a
I've
pro,
dabbled
but
in
my body, it's medicine.
Mhm.
I've dabbled in a lot of different substances.
Hell
over the
yeah.
years. She was talking to me on the way up here. One time we did DMT in Michigan out of my buddy's house, and it was so weird, like the different experiences that we had on it. Like me, I'm looking at the trees and shit, seeing fucking dragons and snakes and all the shit that's in my head, and she's seeing pretty lights and fucking
The most beautiful tree.
Yeah.
rainbows and shit, and like that which prompted the question of it'd be nice to go out and do some fucking more DMT in the woods or something. And I'm just like,
Just having those.
I have
moments
lost my
of with
mind so
the
many
earth
goddamn
and with-
times from all the hallucinogens and all the fucking drugs. I don't think I really need anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel that.
It's so I've fucking gone off the deep end so many fucking times just to, different incarnations of myself.
Yeah.
It's like that was a tool and it was good and it was fun, but like I don't really fucking need it. I'm crazy enough without that.
Yeah.
shit.
I treat like
like acid's for
cannabis.
kids, man. Like
LSD and yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's yeah.
I literally treat it like
Plants from the earth.
a cleansing. I do it like once a year. I'll
Yeah,
do it.
it's
Just a fucking.
I don't know how to explain it. It's like a, I don't know.
I'm with you.
More
A
of
reset
a spiritual,
thing.
Yeah.
emotional
Jeanette,
opening, maybe different
am I
parts of
saying
my
your name right,
mind.
Jeanette?
Yep.
Obviously done in a safe place.
Yep.
Have you
know.
tried the Delta drinks? She was saying that they just got those at her bar, the Delta 8 and Delta 9 drinks.
Yeah. Yeah. When Birch was here a while back, he had brought Delta
Yeah.
rum or something. I can't remember. But
Yeah, there's something
yeah.
now that in Indiana you can buy right now, like the drinks. Well, that's what's at all the gas stations, like the edible.
Mhm.
But
Oh, you can get edible
I
shrooms now.
don't feel
Like,
it's the same,
Delta
though.
shrooms.
Gummies. and
Yeah,
shit,
yeah.
We were at.
I worry about it though. On the other hand, like, is it really
Yeah.
just natural? Is
Yeah,
there,
I don't. Oh, fuck, dude.
I mean,
microdosing
I
is
don't
like a
know,
big thing.
man. I like
Microdosing is a big thing, but the problem
It's
for
grown
me,
from the earth.
microdosing is
it's
like
good.
if I'm not really getting off on the shit, I don't. It's microdosing is just gonna piss me off. I need to actually fucking go to the fifth dimension with that shit.
Hell
or
yeah.
else-
Well,
That's
they
just like
have
everybody's different. They're different
they have a
personalities.
500 milligram like shroom at the gas station right here in Lapel, and if I take all 5, I'll definitely have like hallucinogenic results.
Really, they sell mushrooms with the Delta stuff.
I think I broke your headphones.
It's all good. Fuck them.
They're not snapping back into place.
Here, I actually can grab a.
Well, it's all good. I'm only using one anyway.
Yeah, you can unplug the other pair and then just plug it into wherever that's plugged in.
But we went to the Stutz had this like open house kind of market thing a few weeks ago,
Mhm.
and they were giving away like the Delta 9 gummies, and they were it fucking pretty mellowed me out, man. Like like I said, I guess I'm high strung, and I kind of like to stay that way because I feel like I'm on my game and on my toes when I'm able to just kind of shift directions all the fucking time and just like have the intensity that I have for the shit that I'm doing.
Yeah.
But on that particular day, we weren't really doing anything.
So it was like chill.
So it was like fucking mellow without being fucking high, you know? So I don't know. I might check into those a little bit.
Yeah. It's
Whatever works for
so there's
you.
like Delta 8, Delta 9, Delta 10, and Delta 8's like the OG. Delta 9 is more of a, like you said, like more mellow, and then I don't know, man. Actually, I really don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But
10 and 11 also.
yeah. But some of them though, dude, oh my god. You eat like 2 of them, like 2 gummies, like 200 milligrams, and you're like fucking stoned.
Delta
bullshit. I don't have that much
one.
experience with them. I like more natural. I don't know. I don't know. I
Delta
feel like
11?
you need to do more research on it. I don't really understand.
It's kind
the
of silly
whole
that that's where we're
Delta.
at, though, is that we have scientists in California.
Oh, you can buy the shit at a gas station, but you
Michigan.
can't fucking have a goddamn.
Yeah.
Like medical
Dispensary.
And they're like
cannabis.
genetically altering these plants to where you can sell them in Indiana. That's why we
That's
have
what I
these
don't
drinks and gummies
understand.
and everything. Yeah.
So they're changing their genetically. Okay, so like
Yeah.
alter
They're
'em and it's
breaking
different. I
that shit
understand
down.
that.
Yeah.
So does that mean that there's any type of
Tolerance,
like
bro.
chemical? What like?
No, they're
mean,
just
so it
genetically
still
altering the
is-
seeds, the plant. That's what they're doing. They're making it like
So do you
this
think
is to my
that's-
understanding. I definitely like false news. I don't fucking know, but to my understanding is that's what they're doing. They're genetically altering these plants to where
Is there any health risks in genetically altering this?
I would assume.
Probably. I
See,
mean, I
that's
have a
what I'm
fucking.
worried about. Like, okay, it's not a chemical, but when you alter this, and then that's what's
What-
got me
I
worried,
have
like,
a neon yellow
just grow
axolotl,
me a
and it looks
plant.
fucking dope. But
Then-
I don't think it's supposed to be neon yellow. You know, they like injected the fucking DNA with that
yeah,
shit
that's what I'm
to
saying.
turn
Like,
them into
oh
that.
yeah, you can have this,
But you know, you're a fucking genetic mutation yourself.
keep
I
my-
mean, everything
Yeah.
that you put into your body, which is nothing but processed shit.
Hmm.
Any fucking thing you drink, even the water, to any fucking thing that you digest, to anything that you partake in substance, is a fucking goddamn chemist fucking nightmares.
Yeah, everything. Yeah, that's the thing. Is like I almost kind of wanted to joke because it's like we are to a point where everything we put in our bodies is just it's bad.
yeah,
And now they're trying
Yeah.
like God, it's one of the few subjects they're trying to come out with fake meat.
I think that already passed. I think that
Yeah.
passed.
Come out with what?
I am
Take me.
pretty sure that already passed. And people are not even going to know it. Like,
Yeah.
they're just going to assume it's
We're
the
about to
meat
get
that they're
way
buying.
poorer, y'all.
They don't
It's
even
about to
realize.
get crazy. It's going to be more expensive. It's going to be less healthy.
Yeah, that scares me too. I'm with you,
Oh.
man. I have been worried about. I'm not a big meat eater,
I-
but it scares me for like.
Dude, you can. There are
I-
restaurants that 3D print meat
Yeah. See,
and call it steak
Ah.
and shit.
yeah, this is what I'm talking about.
You
is
remember you
government
you know
level.
Soylent Green, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Silent Green is people.
Yeah.
Try to keep our
Oh,
child
that
away
reminds
from
me.
all the dyes and all the
I,
stuff. Like, try.
So every show I give a gift to everybody that comes on the show, which is a VHS. So
Word.
I don't know if you have one
I
at home,
don't.
but
I do.
Me and Liz went to the Flaming Lips one time, and she bought a vinyl record and then had to turn around and go buy a fucking turntable to play it on. So I'll probably have to do the same thing with a VHS tape.
right on. Yeah.
I have a VHS player.
You do?
So
So, yeah.
you do.
I know you're big into pop culture, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give him probably one of the most quoted movies of all time. So for Will, I got you a copy of Tombstone
Fuck yeah.
on VHS.
That's
Sweet.
awesome.
Fantastic.
Hell yeah. And then so Liz, you were like last minute. So I was like, all right, well, let me do my run it through my head. And I was like, all right, so last night I was hanging out and somebody brought up the movie Meatball. Oh no, it was what happened. So Meatballs. I don't know if you've ever heard of it.
Oh my God,
Yeah, yeah.
Are you ready for the summer? Are you ready for the good times?
Oh my God.
But
That-
yeah,
oh my God,
we're
that's
sitting in
great.
the it was Katie Lawless and I
Oh,
were sitting there
yeah.
talking,
Bill Murray.
and we were talking about just general drama that circulates within our arts and music scene. And I said, it just doesn't matter. And she was like, it just doesn't matter. And then I was like, it just doesn't
shit,
matter.
yeah.
Just started doing the rant.
Oh my
But,
God, that's
yeah.
great. I love it.
We watched The
I
Jerk
love it.
earlier today.
I literally just watched that too.
It's on. They
I
put it
had
on
never
Netflix.
seen it before. Oh my God, that was great. I enjoyed that.
Dude, yeah. What like
I
what's
was
like
born a poor black child.
yeah, my buddy Nick Jordan, he always does this thing like whenever he's like leaving scenario wise, he's like, all I need in this world is this beer,
Yeah.
this pack of cigarettes,
This
and
lamp.
this bottle of whiskey. That's all I need in this world.
Nothing else.
Yeah, that's it.
And this dog. Brr.
Oh my God. They totally forgot.
Are you big into film? Do you guys watch a lot of movies or not?
I don't have
time.
Feel that.
Yeah, I mean, like the ones that are like, oh yeah, you got to see this, and obviously all the like, classics
Mhm.
that you have to have seen.
I mean, I've seen a lot of fucking movies, and I mean, like like lay down at night and fucking just like zone out on something, but certainly don't have time to fucking keep up with the television anymore.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
not up to
I
date
feel
on
that.
new stuff other than what our child wants to see.
A lot of the work that I do. So at work, I'm allowed to like listen to and kind of watch stuff. So I kind of watch movies at work. That's how I kind of
Oh
keep
yeah,
up.
heck
but
yeah.
Not a whole lot of
Blame me
TV.
if I could, I would. But
Yeah.
Back to locals only. There
I
was a
get sports on.
time when I was hosting like a B movie night, and I was like directing some stuff back then, and put out like a feature film that I never really did anything with. I used to have a cartoon that I animated and shit, and try to be part of that.
You do like animation drawing?
Back in
Oh
the
my
day, I was doing some
God.
2D stuff that was just kind of fucking
Just
very
gotta-
choppy, sticky, kind of
South Park.
It's ridiculously amazing.
different.
I
but
love it.
Hell
You
yeah.
should have done something with that.
super like
I didn't
just
know that
Oh,
you
it's
did that.
amazing. You got to send
That's
him
dope.
that.
super like
Oh, you-
adult swimmy kind of stuff,
That's great.
But that was like
Great.
we just never I don't know. I had a partner that was doing shit with me for a while, and he just kind of lost interest and then just fizzled out. But there's a million goddamn projects I like to do. I like to fucking act more,
Hell yeah.
Get into doing some films with people and shit. Just I don't know, just time, man.
I wish we had more of a like that in our market, because I would be down.
Well, it's really huge. I mean, Heartland Film Festival is here. I mean, I do the Days of the Dead film awards. I do their awards for the festival that they do,
I didn't know that.
Just kind of reconnecting with some of those people and that kind of culture and kind of exposing myself to a little more just to see what doors open.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually going to supposed to go to do the Bend in Chicago for the convention in Chicago in November. So I'm stacking some horror themed pieces. I'm doing a solo show in October for another solo show. It'll be my second solo show actually in at Gallery 42 downtown Indy. And anyway, so some of these pieces that I'm doing, kind of doing a double duty by stacking them for the Days of the Dead thing, but also it's October 13th. Friday the 13th is the opening for the show. So I'm like bringing some of that stuff into the solo show as well. So it's going to be
yeah.
cool mix of new stuff that I'm doing and some horror themed pieces.
Nice, man. I did not know that.
But yeah, I don't know, just working with them and doing their film awards and stuff has kind of sparked interest for me to see what kind of fucking doors I can kick open and meet some people in the network with some actors and shit like that to see.
Do you know Brandon Yates by chance?
I don't know. Name sounds familiar.
Yeah, he's like he does he was doing stuff like that, and he's a big film geek too. Like so, but him and I are actually getting ready to start doing a show called Before You Stream. We're gonna start reviewing film for people.
Oh, that's cool.
So they can get two assholes' opinions on film before they go watch it. So
fucking eat. What was it? What the fuck were the two
Siskel and Ebert?
Siskel and Ebert. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. Woo. Those guys.
Modern day Siskel and Ebert.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, he's into
2 thumbs up.
But he's into like the B movies and like the underground stuff, like big time. Where I'm more of your mainstream guy,
big budget production.
Yeah, I love all of it, but he does too. Just to be clear, like we're both, we both keep up with Disney. Whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Except maybe not the Marvel market.
Did you watch the Barbie movie recently?
No, I have not.
I want to see that. Bishop said he'd go with
I mean, I'm good, but
I watched the new Mario the other day.
We
with my
saw
kids.
that with the kid too.
Yeah,
I thought it would have more kind of adult humor, like, but it was very fucking like kid named.
Yeah.
And
then Oppenheimer. I think there's another film that's.
I
would like to see that. Yes,
and
I would like to see that.
There's a new horror film that just came out called "Don't Talk to Me," and I've heard some really good reviews on it, and I haven't seen it, so it's on my list.
You were talking B movies and stuff, but I don't know if you ever do anything in Black Circle.
Absolutely.
But like they were, I don't know if they still are. They do like a VHS convention.
They still are. Yeah. Yep. I think they had one last Thursday.
They do a VHS convention where they bring in a lot of old tapes and people trade them and sell them and shit. Yeah. So if you're into that, obviously.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
It's good network to get into.
So it started a long time ago. I used to go out and every Saturday morning I'd go out and I'd hit all the pawn shops and I would be looking for like the manager fucked up deals, and I used to buy shit and then sometimes fix it up and then sell it and try to make a profit. And I just used to do that all the time. And now instead of doing shit like that, now I like to go to Goodwill and I like to check out the VHS section and I find movies that have never been opened. And I have like a pretty strong collection of unopened VHS. And then obviously like,
hell yeah.
I'll buy, I have a shit ton of VHS. So
probably buy lots on like eBay and shit like that. I mean, there's still a whole subculture of people doing that stuff. And there's a reinsurgence for stuff like that. Older technology. Records obviously made their comeback.
Yeah, vinyl. Yeah. Last year, I think it was last year, the year before, vinyl was the #1 sold physical form of music in the United States.
Yeah.
So
I just feel like certain albums that come out, I have to have it on vinyl. Just
you know what?
I don't know. I don't know. I just need that. Not all. Like I'm not buying Dave Matthews Band vinyls, but Flaming Lips. Yeah, I feel like that needs to be on vinyl.
I started collecting
certain things. Seem to need
like old video camera equipment, reel-to-reel shit, and like I have this Super 8 fucking wind-up Kodak camera where you just like press a button and it fucking starts recording your reels and shit. I got like the reel, the splitter where you view the fucking tape and you actually have to cut it and shit, and all that kind of old equipment. But all that stuff is like shit I found at garage sales. And I think my grandma, when she died, left me like a fucking reel-to-reel fucking 8mm. And I actually fired that thing up and like watched a movie from I don't know 1920 or whatever. But
That's
I
awesome.
like the equipment. It's cool, you know. Like the old equipment. There's a guy that I know. I don't know. You may know him. He's been an audio engineer around forever. Jeff Gardner has
Mhm.
a fucking the largest fucking reel to reel like reclamation, I guess you would call it, where he takes old tapes and digitizes them and shit for people. His studio is gorgeous, but all the equipment is fucking old, reel to reel shit. I guess I'm more into the tech of it than the product that
Mhm.
comes off of it, you know. But I think a lot of that old fucking technology is really neat, man. The old
Yeah.
players and shit like that for
Hell yeah.
audio and video stuff.
Yeah, a lot of people are doing like bands are doing tape now. It's like
Really?
Cassettes, yeah.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And then also like in recording like a lot of bands are wanting to do it like the old way, you know, not all modernized, you know, whatever.
I got a you remember Raw Meat?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Captain
I got
Steel?
their cassette.
Yeah, we got some Raw Meat cassettes laying around. Actually, you know, my
Oh,
my
they were
building
great.
is like got to be goddamn 100 years old at least or whatever, and there was so much just old shit that was in there when we moved into the place. So I've got like a lot of really cool old stuff. Come by sometimes, very industrial stuff.
Yeah, I'll
There's,
check it out, man. I'm on the east side quite a bit too. So
we'll pop in anytime, but I have like the original electrical panels and shit with like knobs you can twist on and shit from like World War One, maybe World
Damn.
War Two. It's old as fuck, but then I found some cassettes the other day, like dueling banjos and fucking crazy shit, which I don't have a fucking cassette player anymore, but yeah.
I have I
It's more
think
for
I
the
do.
nostalgia.
There's one in here
Well, I'll
somewhere.
give you that tape if you come by. You can
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, that'd be dope.
use a sample from it for your show or something.
So did I digress where we were earlier? It happens quite a bit. Musically, what are there any artists specifically that inspired you, Will? Like initially? I know you said
Yeah,
you
that's a weird question, man.
I know it is, but if you think about it, like one of the most memorable songs that you've wrote is the Suey song, right? And it's got that hip hop vibe to it.
Yeah.
And you know,
Well,
like
of course, there's like a million goddamn things I've been inspired by, but you know, I don't fangirl over anything, man. I don't know, like, this is my favorite band ever of all time. I'm wearing a Morphine t-shirt right now.
hell yeah.
I love that shit, but I didn't even discover it until way after he was dead, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I think I had a band called Small Time Villains for a while that was bass sax and Barry sax and drums. And it's that kind of sound that only they were like really fucking good at. But, you know, there was stuff that has inspired me to kind of change directions and try new things along the way, of course, you know, but there's countless artists, man. I mean, I don't know. Like, everybody's gonna say shit like if you're a bassist that you have to like Les Claypool.
Oh, right. Yeah.
But like, I fucking think he's a dickhead because she had bought me tickets for this meet and greet thing, and they fucking canceled on us like an hour before the meet and greet, and we never got our fucking money back.
Stupid.
And it was like a douchey thing to do to your fans, you know.
I bought him for his 40th
like
birthday.
$500 for these fucking
I spent
tickets.
$500, which totally insane, but it was his 40th birthday, and I was okay. We'll meet Les Claypool
and Sean Lennon.
Yeah.
Shit,
So
and then
he got off work. We got there at I think it was like either 4 or 5. We were supposed to be there. We had these 2 dudes from Kentucky walking behind us, and I can tell they're going to do the same thing.
in line for the
So
same
now
shit.
I'm like listening to them. So now we're all talking. We're walking together. We get to the gate, and there's like some confusion going on. And then it's like, oh, you guys
sent
didn't
you an
get
email.
the
It
email.
was like an hour ago.
I don't
They
check my
moved it up.
email daily. What? Yeah, we sent you an email, and I look sure as shit at like noon. It was like noon. They sent out an email that said
We're doing it at 3 or some shit. But you know, but
he was still at work.
the point was
They went and got me my gift bag of like a poster and a this and that. And I'm like,
they gave you VIP pass. What the fuck does that get us? Well,
I
nothing.
wanted to meet
But
Les
it's part of your package. Well, like, how about just give us some money back, bro?
Present.
Just give us some money back, you know. But anyway, that
No,
that
we
has
get no
nothing to
money
do with how
back.
talented Les Claypool is.
Yeah.
Right. It's just So I'm off of him for sure. Fuck.
Yeah.
He's like
fuck
that little chip
you
on
know?
your what are the little, I
But
still love him.
I
It
don't
just
know.
sucks.
Like, there's a lot of fucking artists obviously inspire you as a bassist, and it would be, Victor Wooten and goddamn
Yeah, that's a big one for you.
Jaco Pastorius, from Weather Report was a beast. But there's a million of those guys that I have studied and checked out their stuff and learned from. But I mean, fuck, man. I mean, I was listening to, I think my first CD that I ever got was like Curtis Blow or some shit.
No shit.
I think my older brother got it for me for like a birthday or some shit. It was like, I had no idea who the fucking guy even was, but it was like, I think that was the first CD I ever got, and then followed that up with shit like, Beastie Boys and Primus and shit. But fucking, cassettes before that, I mean, I was listening to Guns N' Roses, the Fat Boys,
Mhm.
like way the fuck back. And I mean, LL Cool J, whatever was going on in hip hop at the time. NWA, I fucking was a gangster like a motherfucker back in the
Hell yeah.
80s. Just fucking Vanilla Ice. I'm not ashamed to say that I listened to that shit back then because it was the fucking
Everyone
cool shit
did.
back
Yeah.
then.
Everyone
You
did.
know?
Yeah, I did this karaoke thing at the Mill on Monday, like a week ago or whatever, and Susan was there. By the way, yeah, we were talking about earlier. I was trying to get Susan Stout Allen on tonight
Yeah.
because I know you guys go way back.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, she hurt her foot.
Thanks for fucking up your foot, Susan.
It'd been nice to see you.
Damn your left foot. But she was out for that, and she didn't really want to sing or anything. So I put a song in for her, and I put in Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Yeah.
Uh,
Baby's got back.
Yeah, and she's like, Chef, I'm not doing it.
They're like face with the Oakland booty.
Yeah. So for sure, next time we're doing it again on Labor Day in September, and I'm gonna do that song. I'm gonna fucking bust it out.
Man, what karaoke songs do? I don't know. Just about fucking anything. I could do some duets with some people.
Hell yeah.
Get me good and drunk. We'll fucking sing the chicken song or whatever.
Chicken song.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say Project Pat, Chicken Head.
Oh goddamn. Chicken head. What? Any cockle-doo chicken head?
Oh man.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Inspiration wise, like it's all across the board and it's a constant evolution.
Hell yeah.
I get bored easy. I don't even like the shit that I used to like. I don't know if that makes sense.
It
But
does.
you listen to it so much, and I'm just exploring for new fucking shit that I really like. And sadly, like I gotta look in a lot of different directions to find stuff that I like now.
Mhm.
But I mean, new stuff. I like that band Missio. So it's like two guys.
I don't
And
know.
they're
Right.
like they're they do a lot of electronic shit. Like, who doesn't now?
Yeah. Shit.
A lot of electronic production shit, but their songs are cool. They got a lot of groove to them. I vibe with it. But then I also been listening to like JJ Gray and Mofro, fucking like southern blues swamp kind of shit. I mean, I've been listening to like Chris Stapleton, his, as far as like popular culture stuff. But then I'm listening to stuff like Viagra Boys, which is fucking dope,
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I like some of the remakes are fucking pretty dope too, man. And I wanted to see that they came to town recently, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. It was like 2 months ago, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. Tickets for shit has gotten fucking
It's
crazy.
yeah, it's fucking insane. The amount of music that is available to us now compared to like 10 years ago, even that short of time is like insane. There's just so much fucking music out there. It's like
Yeah.
never
It's
fucking
hard to
ending.
sift through.
Absolutely. That's a good point.
Yeah.
It's hard to
That's
sift
a
through
very
it,
good
you
point.
know? It's like you get like I'll go on like I don't even know what a good search is for a playlist anymore. Like I'll get on Spotify or YouTube or Pandora and I'll go down like a vein of stuff that I like. But what ends up happening is their algorithms all fucking connect, and then before you know it, I'm listening to the same goddamn playlist I've been listening to for the past fucking 5 years.
Yeah.
And maybe just throwing a new song here and there. Like I listen to Pandora because I've got so many artists saved on there, but they'll play the same fucking song like the artist only has one
Yeah.
goddamn song or something. you know, and never bring up any of their new shit into the playlist, to the point anything that I like, I gotta fucking thumb it down to hear something new, you know. So that song that I liked is dead to me now because I gotta
You listen to it so many times.
well, because I can't
Yeah.
hear anything new in my playlist unless I boot something out, you know. So
yeah, I use Verizon, and so basically they supply me with free iTunes, and I've just used iTunes for so long, and whenever my playlist is done or maybe an album I'm listening to is done, it will just start going into random fucking artists I've never heard of. It's like really random. So
That's cool.
I cut like they're really good about that. Spotify, I don't use it a whole lot, but I have friends that use it, and I think it's basically kind of what you were saying.
I think Spotify's a little better at it than Pandora, but it's like YouTube is owned by Google probably now, or I don't fucking know, but
There's like one
they're-
person that owns everything.
Yeah, and they're all
Yeah.
using and they all use the
10%
same
owned.
fucking algorithms to like figure out what you like, you know.
Yeah, Spotify has like an AI
Assistant or something.
yeah, that like talks through like every couple songs will be like, hey, it's your AI Spotify assistant, blah 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 blah.
Don't
blah.
forget to take your medication.
Yeah, like what the fuck,
I
man?
use Spotify. I haven't heard that yet.
I don't use Spotify so much because of the way that they treat the artists on Spotify. Like I'm on Spotify, I don't even promote my Spotify ever because they fucking just don't pay anybody anything. And I guess I'm maybe hanging on to some lost hope that at some point the digital platforms will actually pay the artists a little bit better,
Yeah.
you know, or whatever. But I try to shop at the places that I feel like I'm, you know, helping out, or, you know, try to kind of look out for the underdog and the little guy and all that shit. And as an artist, I think Spotify's the worst goddamn one. It's-
Yeah, I think recently Snoop Dogg was in the headlines because he was talking about the fact that he had like 100+ million streams and he made $1 million.
Yeah.
It's like insane.
yeah.
It's insane. Like imagine if those were all sold like
Thanks,
physical copies.
Napster.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know. It's a growing, you know, we're still trying to figure it all out or whatever. It takes time to get
Well, and so like, you
process.
know, like I was saying, I was touring a lot before COVID, and then it kind of just fucking ruined everything from having venues to play at to just the you know, bands being scared to even fucking go outside to
oh yeah.
to all the venues shutting down and
I was
everything
not that
getting
guy.
canceled
mm-mm.
and all that shit. And I just kind of stopped doing a lot of the stuff that I was doing musically right at that time. But you know, another thing that it did was took away the income revenue stream for artists to be able to even fucking be an artist, to go out and try to do any goddamn thing or even have a place to play. And you know, I mean, I think all of the shit that we've advanced through between, you know, the era of digitizing music to not fucking make any money on or pay the artist, your only option is to go out and like perform and sell merch or whatever. And who the fuck even sells CDs anymore? So what are you selling? You're fucking like little digital flash drives, or
Yeah.
like a fucking QR code and some t-shirts or swag,
Yeah.
and the performance. And that's the only way that you're getting paid, period, anymore. And I don't care if you're at like the fucking top level performing or you're like a local band. Your only income, your only stream of revenue would be live performance and like merchandising.
Yeah.
You know,
Shirts.
and then when they take
Yeah.
that away, like
Yeah.
COVID shit like that, I don't even know what the fuck how anybody even like could survive trying to, you know, do that full time during that time, unless you already had a pile of money
Right.
stacked up from doing it prior to that, you know.
Yeah. Not an artist per se, but Dave Brown, the owner, one of the owners in the Melody
Yeah.
Inn, you know, he runs a venue, he owns a venue. So during that time, he went and got a job at a grocery store
Fucking sucks.
and was getting paid minimum wage.
Yeah.
You know, you can go to the grocery store and Dave Brown's gonna be packing up your fucking
No shit.
your
man.
groceries. You know, that's kind of, you know, puts it right where you
Yeah.
were saying, like where
Trying to survive.
Mhm.
She did the same thing during you know,
I
she
was-
sold her business during COVID, which is like, You're in a fucking bar business, and the ship is sinking.
I was very lucky, blessed. I mean, I just, nobody obviously seen COVID coming. We happened to be talking to some people that
I know
were
a couple people that knew
interested.
it was coming.
Like,
Got a lot of money then.
I told you I'd have to kill you.
I'm not going to open that gate.
Yeah.
but
Maybe later.
But yeah, we were
hit that button.
lucky and blessed to have an opportunity to get out. And how do you not? Like, on one hand, of course, I don't want to give up my
Yeah.
business and my dream and all my music. Like, that's, my everything. It was heartbreaking. It was hard. But what do you do when it's like, this is it?
When
You
you
got
got
your
to take
choice
shit
right
out to the
now.
curb to take carry
You
out
have a
orders, 'cause you're not even
child.
fucking
Yeah.
allowed to bring people in to sit down and drink a fucking beer for goddamn a
Did you-
year and a half.
Did you have to put up the plastic glass or whatever?
So
It's crazy.
my dad and I had a partner. My dad and I chose at the time to stay open. I'm not a quitter. I'm not the type of person that's going to be like, well, I'll close my door and maybe I'll get some money from the government later. Or I also don't have deep pockets like that. I work for what I have. So we stayed open. There was a couple of my loyal employees that we stayed open and sold to go food. And that literally was it. We barely paid our bills because here's the deal. If you don't stay open, you don't have to pay rent. But
Mhm.
if you stay open, you have to pay rent. But there's all kinds of other things going on. And I just had that feeling of like, if I close these doors, I don't know if they're ever going to reopen again. So
Yeah.
I'm going to
She
stay
got
here
out at like the right fucking
and I'm going to
time,
keep
man.
going. So we signed the papers April 13th on my dad's birthday. So we had about a month of it. And, like I said, my dad and I, a couple loyal employees and friends, about 4 of us ran the place, continued to sell enough food to just pay the bills.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I thought the people that were going to buy it would not be buying it, but luckily they decided to go ahead and do it. And they said, let's do it. And my dad and I couldn't really say no. I mean, how do you say no? You're going
Yeah.
into COVID. You're not everything. Like, how do you can't.
Everything's super like
It was
unsure
something we were
about.
looking to anyway.
Yeah.
And then it was just like, okay, make a decision now, or what are you gonna do? And then after COVID, initially our plan was to go back into business, but I am scared to death to do that when like you can't get lettuce or you can't tomatoes or
Oh my God,
$15 a
supply
pound. And I'm
chain.
just like,
Jesus Christ.
I have worked so hard and battled for so long, and I was blessed to get out when I did and have the opportunity and be able to, get a little something to be able to do something else. But just gotta
Like we're in fucking
figure out
Indiana. How does the supply chain fuck up the supply of corn for fucking, put it back 6 weeks or whatever the fuck? It's like, that whole goddamn thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But I digress. I didn't come here to talk about corn.
So, lizards, because you used to own lizards, and
I'm sorry, I'm moving around so much I can't fucking see.
Oh, you're great.
And that was my baby.
I when I first started really playing music in indie, what I did is I started doing open mics. So I would go to the Rock House, I would go to Lizards, and that was Jay Elliott had his on Tuesdays.
Yeah. Yep.
And I'll tell you right now, like and then eventually I joined like a band called Pigtail Crooks, and we would play like Mike Dyer shows or just play random shows or whatever.
Mike, yeah.
And
that guy.
So I literally I'm pretty sure I met you there, Will, and obviously I met you there. And then
I was running a Thursday open mic.
I met Jay there.
Yes, Thursday.
I met Jay Elliott. I met Chris Huntley there.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the list goes on. I played a show with a band called Order of the Black Hand.
Yep.
And that was when I first met Drew Cadaver and Craig Chaos. And, so just saying, I met a lot of people, a lot of my friends I actually met by going to your bar.
Bunch of old motherfuckers,
cheers.
buddy.
Yeah. And I want to actually, let's take a moment. I'll tell a story. One of my favorite stories to tell, and I'll just start it because it's good.
You got flying right
And
over your
then
head.
maybe you guys could tell me like one of your like craziest stories ever. Okay, so Fiber, which is now called Tight Like a Tiger, we played a show. We were booked a show, and it was like I knew it was gonna
What
be
year is this? 2007?
well, we were booked with
No, that's what
three.
your Noah just said.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it was like
2007
back
is the
then.
year we opened, so it'd be 2007 to 12 or 13. Yeah, 2007 we opened.
Fucking no, what is it? 2007? What the fuck? That's
Pretty
great.
much.
That's great. So we Fiverr got booked this show, and it was us. What's Chris's band? Bizarre Noir,
Oh yeah.
Zombie Bullets, and Woodrow Project, and it was your fucking birthday show. Do you remember this?
Fucking, I think so.
Do you remember like
Oh
the
yeah.
sardine can of Lizards was a sardine
I
can
played-
that night.
I
It
played-
was
Yes.
fucking packed.
Oh,
two bands that night, I guess.
yeah,
Huh.
yeah.
Well, no shit.
It was a crazy
That's a
show.
flashback for sure. Yeah.
Oh my
And
God.
something happened. So the shitty punk band, and we're like, we were like still like trying to come up and even try to get people to know who the fuck we are, you know what I mean? So we were like the shitty nobody band. And something happened where Bizarre Noir couldn't open the show. No, hold on. Something happened, they had to open the show. And so we ended up playing last. And what happened was when we went up there we finally went on, and because it's your birthday show, the whole place
I remember that.
cleared the fuck out. And we ended up like eating hamburgers on stage.
With each other.
Yeah. And then we fucking
Here, you were trading bites
Oh
of the
my
same fucking.
God. I
And-
do remember
and
this.
we played what's that fucking song called? It doesn't matter, but we played the same thing for like it was great. But it was also one of the most highest paid shows I have ever played in my fucking life, and it was just so much fun.
Oh,
It,
that's
like
so great.
yeah.
I love it.
I remember that.
I love
Yeah.
it.
but like you guys came off and everybody's like, we're all going to smoke, and everybody's just like filtered out. There's still people there coming in and out, but it was just like it was a crazy show. It was wild.
You
Those
know, that's the
Assholes
fucking.
of us not taking the
Yeah.
last time
And that's
slot.
that's the problem with playing first or fucking last. You know?
Oh my God.
If you bring all the fucking people to the show and you play and then everybody else fucking leaves, then it's an asshole thing to do. You know, but if all your fans are fucking, at home with their kids and you can't
Oh
fucking
my
stay out
God.
past fucking midnight without turning into a pumpkin, and the show's gonna run till 1 o'clock in the morning, and you do play last, you're gonna lose them anyway. So
Yeah, dude.
It's a
Yeah,
hard fucking
I'm definitely
nut to
not
crack.
complaining. It was like it's one of my favorite shows I've ever played. It was like awesome fucking memory, and I'll never forget like parking.
Oh,
And the parking's always been good at Lizards. Like if you can't park at the bottom, you can park up top.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that was not happening. I mean, that show
Oh,
was sold out. It had
yeah.
to be sold out.
Yeah.
There's no way it
Oh,
wasn't.
yeah.
It was crazy.
yeah, I love shows like that, man. I mean,
They're
that
the
you know,
best.
the
It's
only
such a great rush.
I've played
I
so
think
many
it's
shows where there's
yeah.
like 5 fucking people in the crowd, and then it's the ones like that make it worth doing in the first fucking place.
Yeah.
And
I still don't
You
even
got
know
the
how we
adrenaline
got
of
on
the
that fucking
room.
bill, to be honest
Oh
with you.
my
Because
God.
we were like,
so
we were
great.
literally like,
thrown in like last minute kind of thing.
no, I think we were booked initially, but we were so like,
But somebody must have dropped out because
We
I
were
don't know why the
fresh.
fuck I would have played in 2 bands that night. Of my
It
own
was-
bands.
it was
2 of my own bands playing on the same fucking bill.
it was the birthday party. It was like the big show. It was an extravaganza. It was
Yeah.
awesome. Or maybe that's just
I
my
don't know what
memory of
year
it.
that
It was oh dude, it was 2000, had to be
10.
2012,
I don't know.
somewhere in there like 2010, 2012.
I don't know. We put it this way: we got an 11-year-old, and we got together probably. Fuck, we've known each other for
2009.
15 years now. So whatever, you do the math.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
There's
can't
so
remember.
many great shows.
Yeah.
with
Do you
Lizards.
have a your favorite Lizards show or
Oh my god, man, that's I don't remember what show it was, but I remember there being one time that it was like one of the packs like so busy, I'm like stressed, like you know. And I don't know, people started, I don't know if they were crowd surfing or moshing, and whatever it was, I started to like, oh my God, I got to stop this. And he was like, do you remember this? And you were like, no, don't stop this. Let this happen. It's amazing. It's awesome. Just trust it. It'll be okay. And it was, but it was like, I don't remember what they were doing. Were they crowd surfing?
I don't know. Didn't they catch
There's
your
not
place
a
on
lot of
fire with
room.
fucking
Oh, that's Crambone. Yeah, Crambone. First time Crambone
fucking
set
goddamn
the ceiling
pyro.
on fire.
Pyro fucking shit going on.
They always
with
do
a
that.
ceiling
It's like
that's
their
like
thing.
that's like 6 feet tall. You know,
Yeah.
remember the little stage?
Oh,
You
yeah.
should do that in a
and,
low ceiling bar.
you know, I'm like 6'3", and the fucking ceiling in there is only maybe 6'5" at the most, and they got the fucking pyro shit set up on the side of the stage. In there.
Is
I
Crambone
love them.
The cover band.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, they're wonderful. I love those guys.
But yeah, I don't know, mosh pit
I'm
or
trying
like
to think. I
crowd
can't even
surfing or
remember
some
what show.
shit. and
Something
just,
major was going on. It was either
it was
like
getting rowdy for sure.
I think it was crowd surfing, and I was worried because like the ceiling was so low. But it was like that moment of like, can't stop this moment. All these people are having like, I know it could be really dangerous in a minute, but thank God it all worked out. And yeah, our
capacity, fire capacity, or whatever the fuck bullshit.
What was the capacity
It's
there?
only like 200 fucking people.
well, we did some expanding. At first, it was 147, and then I think when we changed things around,
Wasn't that
it
big.
was
I mean,
close to maybe 200. Obviously, one of my best weekends was like when we had our Save Lizards weekend when we were
yeah, like 30 goddamn bands in
we
2
were
days or some shit.
3 months behind on our rent, and my dad was like, "Okay, well, we close the doors, or I'm not closing the doors. I'm going to ask for help." And we were so fortunate that so many people came out and helped. Like there were so many bands.
Yep, I was there for it.
Yeah, did your band play? Oh,
I can't remember if we played or not. I don't think we did. I can't remember. Maybe we did.
that was.
I just saw a flyer
obviously
for
that's
that
like
the other day.
But I know for
special-
sure that I was there. I remember like the whole event and everything.
I
That's
saw a flyer
like
for
a
that, and my
special,
memories pop up
you
the other
know.
day. I'll go back and look through it and see who all was on it.
Yeah, I don't think we.
that-
I don't think we played. I think we were on hiatus at that
I think
time.
it was like 3 days of bands. For that.
Mhm.
I think we did Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 3 days, but we raised the money and it stayed open. Yeah,
You know, one
yeah
of
that
my
was amazing.
my
like,
favorite shows
so
that we
many
ever
people,
did
so many
was
bands.
with she was playing drums, and I do you remember the guitar player when we did the Water Bowl in Muncie? It was like Come Together Fest or something.
I remember.
Kintaro, yeah,
Taro.
which we played with for a little while, but he, you know, we went in different directions. But we were supposed to play before the headliner, which was like Little White from fucking 3-6 Mafia or some shit.
I know you don't remember this, but my band was booked with your band too.
On that,
Pigtail Crooks.
oh
Free Smut.
yes,
Oh, Free Smut.
Who else?
Playing Free
What's
Smut.
the fucking dude? What's his name? Staple himself all and shit. What's that band?
I don't
It'll
know.
come to me. It'll come to me. But yeah,
But that show turned out to be.
I was like on my way to the show. We're all sitting in the car. I'm like, this is my drinking song. It's not very long, but you know, fucking singing my little white lyrics. I'm so
Yeah.
excited
Yeah.
that, you know.
And then
Oh
we
my
started
God.
getting fucking booed, and people start throwing shit up there when we
Yeah,
first
that
started
sucked,
because
man,
they
it
were
was
expecting
scary.
they were expecting Little White to.
They were
fucking,
mad.
They were mad because he
I was
wasn't there.
mad.
Yeah,
I was
people were
spin
mad.
angry. I was
didn't want to
excited.
go on
But-
that
but
stage. I was scared.
We turned the whole crowd around, and by the end, there was just tons of girls up there popping their titties out, and fucking
Bam.
the whole stage was fucking
Titties.
packed with people on stage with us, and the crowd fucking was loving it. Had a great time,
Hell
and
yeah.
it turned out fucking amazing. And the stage manager, Harry Bean, was shitty at me because we were gonna fucking collapse the
oh
stage. and shit
yeah,
'cause of
people
all the
kept coming on the stage.
people up there. But listen, I mean, obviously
That
a little
was a
bit of
great
a little bit of
show.
danger, fucking, you know,
It was fun.
is the only way to rock and roll, you know. And Well, I mean, that video is surfing fucking YouTube still. I mean,
I need to go watch that. That's dope.
Oh, and the Jello wrestling show that we did at Tip Top
Oh,
Tavern
yeah.
was a fucking.
Wasn't that
cool
for your
show, too.
birthday?
That was a birthday show.
Hell yeah.
Too. But yeah, whether it's a bar or fucking festival or whatever, just like there's certain ones that stand out that were just like super fucking fun and parties. And don't get me wrong, I've had my share of shitty fucking shows and performances and shit, but like the real cool ones are just when you fucking remember it because of the adrenaline that it causes, and you know that's what makes it all worth doing to me.
Hell yeah.
It doesn't hurt if you get paid either.
Yeah, getting paid's nice.
I've been so lucky. I've seen so many amazing bands, so many amazing people.
Hell yeah.
That
Yeah.
10th grader was a flawless bartender, though. Who's he talking
Oh, hold on. So Noah commented, once at Lizards, my two-piece band, the Trite Gripes, covered Chemical Warfare by Dead Kennedys. Then I bought meth off of a 10th grader and stayed up for 6 days doing nothing but watching Princess Bride on repeat. That 10th grader was a flawless bartender, though.
I wonder who he's talking about.
I don't know.
Or if he's just really
I don't know.
making a serious accusation. Or
I doubt it. He's just fucking around.
Free Smut
You
was
weren't
shit.
you weren't in Free Smut, were you?
No.
No, but they were on that
Okay.
bill.
Okay,
Yeah.
you were saying okay. That's where I got confused. Like, wait a minute, you were like Free Smut. Did they still
Titties
play?
popping. I don't know. I haven't talked to them in a long time.
Aw, they were one of my favorites.
I haven't even heard from any of those dudes in a long time.
They're
either.
good guys.
What's his name? God damn it, he'll be mad at me for forgetting his name right now. But the lead singer,
oh no.
for some reason, I've seen him.
Her-
I've seen him like 5 times this year. Lee.
Smut.
Yes.
Yeah,
Jesus.
yeah.
Oh my God.
I ran into him at the Colonial Inn
Aw.
like
I
3
started
times.
calling him
Hey,
Harry because I think his
lovely.
name is actually Harry Lee. Smut.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Right on. Yeah, I just I've ran into him at Colonial, and then he's came out to Punk Rock Night once or twice this year too. So
Good
yeah.
guy.
yeah, he's awesome.
Oh yeah, I love him.
I eventually would like to have him on this podcast. Would be
We
cool.
did our,
yeah, there you go.
Yeah, you should track him down. He's a cool dude, man. He's fun.
Oh yeah, he's
We
great.
did a diaper party at Lizards and did a show for our diaper party. And Noah said he's only ever paid for Smut at Lizards. But what's funny is like I went and bought a bunch of like fucking porn DVDs and like fucking
Oh yeah, for our
like
prizes.
blow up dolls and fucking crack pipes and all kinds of weird shit just to give away as like prizes for people that participated in the diaper bash and all that shit. It was a good time. People were trading, anal porn for fucking
Oh my
trading
god!
blow up dolls for
Oh
3
my
bottles of
God.
fucking
You were
whiskey or whatever.
you reminded me there was we played a show at Lizards and it was a green jello show.
Oh yeah.
It was
Oh,
green jello,
yeah.
Fiverr, Dwarf Among Midgets, and Chris's Man, Bizarre Noir. And we had this competition. Whoever can get the most votes on the event page or whatever for the show, the lead singer of the band would be the one to sing whatever their famous hit, the Little Piggy.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
And so
yeah.
we were all making videos to like promote the show and to get people to vote. And that was another like insane fucking Lizards.
Epic.
Yeah, that was.
I
forgot about that one. Oh my
and
God.
back then is when we were doing Sticks and Stones, and a lot of people knew me because I was going out, I was taking photos and just being a part of the music scene back then, and people were voting for me to sing, and I wasn't the singer of the band. So we made this video basically, and I'm like all tied up to this fucking chair in the basement, and I'm just, it's like dark and the light. I know, the fucking fly.
Fucking fly.
Yeah, all it took was like door open for 5 seconds, and I'm just sitting there all tied up, and it's like Dennis is doing the backdrop voice, and he's talking, he's got the camera, and he's like, say it, and I'm like, this Saturday at Lizards. He's like, he like gets real fucking angry. I'm like, this Saturday at Lizards, if you don't vote for Lazy Boy, they're gonna kill me. And we had it set up, and it like the fucking dragged me into the other room and slammed the fucking door. It was like so much fun. But yeah,
Aw,
I have
that's
so many like,
awesome.
great memories from there. So
You know, that's one of the
That's great.
bars
I love
that,
that.
you know, in there's a few bars that where I kind of got my legs back in the day, and that bar, and she's fucking pretty goddamn responsible for fucking harnessing and you know, nurturing a lot of talent that came out of the era at that
I
time
love that.
in that place. And you know, it's kind of a capsule in time where a lot of people got their start, giving people opportunities and a shot
Yeah.
to just get up there and fucking
Give them a home
and become
opportunity to
and
do it.
blossom,
That's
you
why we did a
know,
lot of open
and
mics.
blossom and turn into better artists. And I mean,
yeah, I mean, honestly, if it wasn't for that open mic, you know, that's how I was able to grow my nerve and eventually join bands. And you know, my first show ever in a band, like here in Indy, outside of, I don't count high school. I was in bands in high school. Okay, I played shows, whatever.
Me too.
As an adult,
Marching band.
but that show that you were just talking about, the Water Bowl, that was the first time I played in a band as an adult on stage. And man, I learned fast. I broke a string.
Yeah.
And guess who left his guitar case in the fucking truck? Yeah, I jumped off of the stage in the middle of the set of my first show
Oh,
at that Water Bowl and ran across the field, and everybody on the stage thought I fucking pussied out and quit. Like, quit the fucking band.
Oh, they thought you were running away. Oh
Yeah.
my god, that is a
But,
great
yeah.
story.
you know,
Oh, that's great.
I've done shit like that where it's like I can't afford fucking extra strings. Playing bass, you know, fucking strings are goddamn more expensive as fuck. And you know, you either don't have the extra strings or you got the old strings that you took off that you're trying to put back on when you break one in the middle of a set. And who breaks bass strings? Well, I broke them all the goddamn fucking time.
Mhm.
And you know, I got to the point where I'd be changing a string in the middle of a song while singing, while changing the fucking string, you know, and
Hell
trying
yeah.
to keep the
Yep.
band going with the song while trying to keep the song going while trying to change the string live while, you know, and not having a goddamn backup fucking guitar. I mean, fuck, you know, just on the fucking fly.
Hell
know,
yeah.
And you get used to it to the point, you know, when you break a string, you start learning where else on the fucking fingerboard you can play those notes to keep the song going without the fucking string being there, you know. And that's what it's like to be poor, kids.
Did you ever have the opportunity to do like hallucinogenics on stage, like LSD or anything and play?
Of course, man.
Hell yeah.
You know, not my favorite time to do that.
Let me real quick run over the list of people that have done it. Okay, so I have, that's been on this podcast. Me, okay, you, okay, that's it. Like, I don't honestly do, like, it's very rare that people actually take that opportunity.
I don't know that everybody should take that opportunity.
Oh yeah, drugs are not for everybody. By the way.
No, I mean,
don't do drugs.
I mean, in a performance setting where you're trying to, like, you know,
No,
if I'm up
couldn't do
there
it.
and we're just gonna fucking wing it,
Nope.
and we're just gonna fucking, you know, improvise a bunch of shit. Cool. If we got a timed out set and you got to knock out your songs and try to leave the best impression that you can, probably not the best time to fucking be doing goddamn mushrooms or acid and shit, you know. But you know, fuck, man, I've gone to like carb day, come fucking shit face from that to go do a show later on that night and just continue on the whole fucking time.
Hell
you know,
yeah,
just pounding booze and shit. And I mean, I thought I was good, but probably not as good as I would have been.
That's why I like
started
video
drinking at 7 o'clock in the fucking morning, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, we've all done that rock star shit, I guess.
Not everybody.
I'm
it's very rare that people actually
I'm
take
more
the.
like, I want to be professional. If this doesn't sound right, and
oh goddamn, I
I'm
used
going
to
be embarrassed. I'm
more
more like
school on fucking.
I got to drive the bus.
I fucking had to turn myself into fucking weekends in jail on fucking smoked a blunt of like mushrooms chopped up in a weed and then smoked a fucking fat fucking blunt and then had to turn myself in for the weekend. I've never seen a cooler fucking floor in a jail ever than that. But yeah, I don't know, man. I've chosen some fucking precarious times to get myself involved in situations while on drugs. I mean, yeah, not for everybody. But I've done, like I said, I've done so much of that shit. It's like I don't know that it would really expand me anymore at this point. You know?
Like I said, for me, like the experience is just for like a cleansing. You know, like I want to fucking like
If you
zero
grew up
back
under
in
fucking
spiritually.
rock, for instance, right?
Absolutely.
And you have never fucking, you've had a shelter life. You've never been on a plane. You've never even fucking left your city or whatever. Like, maybe go on a fucking trip
Yeah.
and experience some shit and then expand your process. But have you done it so many fucking times that you just want to grab like a little fucking piece of normalcy here and there? I think I'm good. I don't really need to fucking expand on this.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, for me, I don't do
Like
it for like,
nothing is reality anymore. You know,
Mm.
everything is a warped perspective and a fucking skewered view of what anything is, from society to relationships to fucking anything. And
mhm.
everything's a
got their own
contradiction of everything
perspective.
else. So once you go that far out
Damn
into
it.
shit and you can't fucking bring it back into like the standard lines of what other people view as like normal anymore, then you should probably lay off.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm at.
Yeah. I feel you. Yeah, I definitely it's definitely not something for me that I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna blah blah. No, it's more like I think it's time. Do a little cleansing.
Yeah.
Fucking
Don't get me wrong, I'm talking this shit, but I'll probably fucking do it again. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
It's it's kind of like cocaine for me, except cocaine is like I only do it when I'm in Rome. You know what I mean?
Sure. No, I don't. I've never had I've never had a drug problem. You know, I openly admit that like I have drank way too much in my life, and now I'm not doing that because I'm trying to stay focused on the shit that I'm doing. However, the drug thing has never been like I've never had an addiction to fucking drugs, man.
Mm-hmm.
If it's in the room and people are fucking passing some blow around or something, I'll do a couple bumps with you. My problem though is like then it's like we're gonna do this till we're either fucking out of money or fucking so fucking fried that we can't. Because I don't have an off.
You're an all or nothing
Yeah,
person.
see, this is my only thing I've ever really been addicted
I quit
to.
smoking for
Yeah,
10 fucking
I'm with
years, and I went back to smoking after doing a bunch of mushrooms maybe a year ago with people.
Yeah.
And that's all it took. And now it's like now I'm doing that shit like a fucking chain reaction. I have an addictive personality, you know.
Yeah.
I'm like a fucking I'm extreme at everything.
Yeah, some people can't just do a little bit of something. You
Mhm.
know, we're all different.
If I like it a lot, you know. But I've never again, like as far as any hard substances or anything like that, I've never fucking had an addiction to drugs outside of drinking.
Right on. That's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking A, man.
Everybody's got their thing of choice, right?
Yeah. Cigarettes for me, like
Yeah,
I'll
that's
just
these stupid things.
I'll quit them eventually. Whenever I feel like it. Like whatever I get there.
I'm going to soon, very soon.
I mean, I got
Too
patches and
expensive.
gum and all that shit, and I'm just trying to put a little time and space in between the other shit that I'm focusing on right now. So
Yeah.
give up one thing at a time.
Yeah.
You know, try to quit smoking and drinking on the same day.
No,
Mm,
just
yeah.
one demon at a time.
For 4 months in 2019, I quit smoking cigarettes.
Yeah.
And the thing that I walked away from that was I was doing Chantix. Woo!
No, man,
Well,
I
see-
did that and it did not.
You wanna
work
do some
out
drugs?
well. Yeah.
Yeah,
It
do
made me
some Chantix.
crazy. I did not like that. I know I had the most craziest, wildest dreams,
Oh,
and it made me just not
is
right in my
there
head.
one that you're comfortable talking about? Because most people's
I
are
can't
very
really-
uncomfortable.
I can't really remember any of them, but I just remember I'd wake up and be like, "No, man, nope. I don't have dreams like this. This is not normal. Like I normally am not a nightmare having person. So
I am. I have
I am
been
not.
for a long time.
Yeah, he has nightmares. I do not. So when
Like terrible fucking.
I do not recommend that.
They
Maybe for somebody else, but not for me.
I think I told you, but that I put myself on Antabuse,
Mhm.
and they won't give me Chantix to quit smoking because those two probably just won't play nice
Yeah,
together.
you don't need Chantix.
They
Nope.
it's illegal now. It causes cancer.
Well, I don't know. My doctor was
What?
going to give it to me the other day, but
They brought it back?
I
What?
guess I don't know. He was going to give it to
I
me.
thought they
but
pulled it.
not since I started taking this other shit that won't let me have it.
That's fucking crazy.
No, because yeah, you're right.
They probably just, you know how these fucking drug companies work. They just paid some people some money. Okay, so yeah, they did bring it back. It's called Varin Isolon.
Oh my god, just had to change a couple chemicals in it and
Pretty
bounce
much.
back till it's
Probably
gone
the
again.
exact same thing, and they're just giving people fucking cancer because they want to get their fucking money. But
Buddy, I could find about 1 million ways to get cancer. And
yeah,
really, I don't even have to fucking
Amen.
leave the house. So.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
the large French fries at McDonald's. You're good.
No.
Yeah, I mean, dude, when I first moved into my warehouse, it was like, I don't know, the moisture content in the building, the roof was leaking, and so like the fucking floors were rotten, and so I had to go and fix all that shit. But when I first got in there, we were like building some cabinets in like a kitchenette area for the building, and we'd get a loaf of bread, and that shit would be fucking moldy in like 2 weeks. I think I've had the same loaf of bread in my cabinet that looks brand new and fresh for like 3 or 4 months now, and they put like taking out all the nutrients and put nothing but
Mhm.
like enriching preservatives in everything, to the point that Bob Ross,
Yeah.
right? So he got cancer, and I don't know if you watched the documentary on Bob Ross, but there was one on Netflix, and they were talking about how most likely what killed him was what gave him cancer was taking his fucking paintbrush and whacking it on his fucking easel, trying to clean it out every time, and just breathing that shit, breathing that fucking fumes from that paint thinner all the goddamn time, is probably what gave him cancer. Now,
Shit.
being that I have a spray booth in my studio, and we use a lot of chemical-based solvents and shit like that, and I smoke, and I've done a lot of goddamn damage to my body,
Mhm.
I don't think that Chantix or bread is gonna be the shit to do me in. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So there's that.
dude.
Oh my god.
So I do want to I'll make it quick. I don't want to take up too much time. But I had this dream. I woke up I had woken up in my dream, and the bed was all wet. So I turned on the light, and
Like you pitched your bed, or it was in your dream?
there's a knife about 12 inches long, and it's covered with blood, and I pull up the sheet, and I'd stabbed my girlfriend to death. And I jumped out of the bed, and I'm covered in blood, and I'm like, oh my, this can't be real. This can't be real. Like, there's no way this is fucking real. I have to wake up. I have to wake up. So I force myself to wake up, and I wake up, and my heart's racing, and I'm breathing really fucking hard, and I reach over, and I turn on the fucking light, and I flip the fucking sheet, and I had stabbed my girlfriend to death. There is blood everywhere, and I jumped out of bed, and I'm like, I can't believe that I actually fucking did this. And boom, then I actually woke up.
Yeah.
Well,
Chantix.
Yeah. I mean,
And I'm telling you right now, it's when I did that shit, I've never had a violent dream in my entire life, but that happened to me.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like, yeah.
I don't
shit.
I don't need
Yeah.
like Chantix
I
to
don't
have those
remember
kind
him.
of dreams
Wow,
personally.
I bet that was scary.
Super scary.
I have fucking demonic fucking nightmares, and I have since I was like 15. And I'll tell you a story that happened about then. I was doing acid, and I had to get up and turn in a book report the next morning, and I took a bunch and I went to bed because I didn't think it was working. So I think, lo and behold, somewhere I unlocked some dream chamber in my fucking head while I was sleeping or something. I woke up and had my finger in my nose and thought I was pulling my fucking brain out. Like I woke up to all this fucking visual shit going on, and ever since then,
Probably
though,
wasn't smart.
ever since then, going to sleep while the acid's kicking in, and then fucking, I think it really fucked up my dream shit. Or that could be all my fucking childhood traumas. I don't know. You know what I mean? But I've had sleep paralysis fucking problems and nightmares.
Same.
and fucking
I don't think you're supposed to do things
terrible
like that
fucking
and go to
dreams
sleep. I don't
ever
think
since
that's
then.
the best idea.
And then drinking myself to sleep like I don't dream, or if I do dream, I don't remember it.
Mm-hmm.
And then coming off of fucking booze, and then trying not being able to fucking go to sleep, and then going through withdrawals and fucking the night terrors of fucking whatever, and the hallucinogenics that come with fucking being an alcoholic, and then getting off of the shit. You know that song, "Son of a bitch, give me a drink."
Yeah.
Bugs are crawling all over me. Well, I felt all that shit, like bugs crawling on me through withdrawals and fucking,
Yeah.
maybe seeing shit that's not there when I'm sober, kind of shit. That's all related to having so much toxicity in your fucking body all the goddamn time.
Mm-hmm.
That of course it's gonna fuck up your sleep cycle. Of course it's gonna make you have fucked up dreams, So I don't know, man. I feel like maybe now I'm sleeping a little better, and I'm kind of maybe getting more REM sleep.
Yeah,
And
the
a deeper sleep,
Mhm.
which you don't get when you're fucking
Yeah.
drunk. You know,
Yeah,
you're just passed out and you're just like kind of unconscious, but you're not actually getting good fucking sleep. And you know, I think just not sleeping in general makes you have fucked up dreams, really.
Yeah.
You know, so
I
and being back and forth with a chemical imbalance all the fucking time, you know.
I
fucks with
literally
you up.
have to if I actually want like REM or deep sleep, whatever, I have to actually take sleeping medicine.
Yeah.
I have my whole life I've had what do you call it?
Apnea or something.
Yeah. And it's not because I mean I'm sure some of it is due to this fantastic dad body that I have, but a lot of it is because of my nasal whatever
Yeah.
lining is really thin, and every doctor that I've ever seen has always said two things need to happen. You need to get your tonsils pulled, and you need to have construction surgery on your nose.
You ever try those strips or anything? Like
Yeah,
shit?
it kind of helps, but I've never really been able to like when I was a kid, I used to have like serious like sleeping. I would sleepwalk. I would have I would be dreaming, but I was awake. It was almost like a best way to put it is like an outer body experience. So
Yeah.
I don't fucking know, but yeah, sleep is such a fucking huge thing that a lot of us take for granted, I guess. But it's really good that you're sleeping better, you know.
Well, I'm just saying, like, I'm making healthier fucking lifestyle choices, or trying to anyway. And also, I work a lot, dude. Like, I mean, so by the end of the day, I'm like out of gas, man. And I'm not getting any younger. So, like, I'll work all day. I'll try to eat something not fucking shitty. And, you know, and then I'll try to fucking go to sleep, but I'll lay there for hours and can't fucking sleep. But when I do fall asleep, I'm sleeping a lot harder than I used to. I will wake up like every goddamn half hour, fucking, you know, just even if I did fall asleep, I'd wake up from a fucking nightmare and then fucking just that would happen like every goddamn 30 minutes or hour or something. I'm sleeping a lot deeper, which I think is, I don't know, hopefully putting me back on like some stability, man. I mean,
Yeah.
when your life is chaos all the fucking time and there's no stability in your chemical makeup, you know,
Yeah.
then your stress and anxiety and everything else is fucking.
Do you curious? Do you like watch TV, like the news and stuff? Do you keep up with any of that, or do you cut that out?
The last news I watched was when I was on it Wednesday.
Oh yeah, right on. Yeah, you're on Fox 59. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't. You know, man. Like, there's an oversaturation of media. Period. And so, you know, you get your news through all the channels, social, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't watch fucking like daytime like news or like mainstream news. I mean, if
It's
you can eat at the trough of societal shit and fucking buy into all of it, or you can kind of cater and choose what it is that you want to fucking view. And there's just as much shitty stuff in the world that exists as there is good stuff. And I got enough problems. I don't want to watch all the shit.
right. And that's kind of why I asked, because you were saying like, you know, with everything in life, the stress and you know, everything that we have to deal with on a daily basis, like watching the news, all it really does is just add more stress.
I
You
don't
know?
watch it.
Well, isn't it designed that way though?
Yeah,
don't
it's all
watch
very
it.
toxic and negative. You know, I just steer clear of it.
Isn't mainstream anything like designed for you to fucking just like absorb it and like and then have to fucking wear it around? And
It's a little propagandic.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's a little bit.
Yeah,
just a little bit, or maybe just completely propagandic. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna put my tinfoil hat on.
Podcast, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
But there's plenty of that should be talked about, you know. But I mean, I don't know if we got enough time to fucking do a deep dive on the fucking deep state.
Oh yeah, the deep state. Yeah. No, yeah. I was just curious if because a lot of my friends just refuse to turn on their fucking TV.
Yeah,
you know,
I don't.
Yeah.
Why? For what point? I mean, what am I supposed to do? Sit around and worry about everything?
Yeah. When I find out somebody
what,
famous died, it's just because somebody posted on Facebook or something. Yeah, whatever.
I did. She watches TikTok.
I like TikTok. I can't help myself.
Reels are dope. I love reels.
So I let him know.
I don't like TikTok so much.
I let him know, like, you know, when maybe the aliens are coming.
But yeah, so that was what I was gonna say. It's like a week or two ago.
When someone dies.
We had some alien conference in the US, right? So like the next day, Russia released some shit about how the aliens aim their nukes at the U.S., but then they also shut them down. Like they armed their codes, and then the aliens shut them down, and then weeks before it was like China and these alien balloon things, right? So first of all, the aliens, right? They only like these warmongering countries, right?
Mhm.
And the big ones,
Yeah.
and the ones with the most weapons and the most fucking. So the aliens are only interested in these companies, right? And then the only people that are fucking playing this game are
Yeah.
like the big war machines. And if you want to use aliens as a goddamn scapegoat, you know, and people are gonna fucking like buy into that shit, or like you know, like get some kind of fear tactic out of fucking aliens, man, in this
Uh-huh.
fucking day and age. Like that's what you're resorting to is fucking aliens, because nobody's buying your regular old virus or your fucking uh war tactics or your fuck. So now you're shooting for like aliens and shit. People tuned out
Yeah.
of that shit. The
They-
I don't really
shit, man.
care. Like,
Nobody's watching that
okay,
shit.
well,
Yeah.
I don't know whether they're here, whether or not.
Yeah, we were
trying to fight.
pre-warned about the stage that we're in right now. We were warned decades ago that this was going to happen. So that eventually this would all come to light, and they were pretty much going to use it to keep us busy.
Yeah,
So,
booze does fuck up your fucking sleep shit real bad. It's you know, like I've been through the fucking ups and downs of the withdrawal shit so fucking many times that it's fucked up my sleep like all the way. I went like 27 days without drinking in June. Then I drank almost all of July, and then I've been, you know, back to like 16, 17 days sober again. And I'm trying to just stay on the course because I'm so tired of riding the fucking roller coaster of physiological fucking whirlwind that it does to my body and my mind. It fucks up your emotional, your chemical, your fucking sleep, your schedule, your fucking mind state. You get fucking you know, angry. You go through fits of manic fucking shit, you know. And I just need to be like more even fucking keel for a little while. So yeah, I mean, I'm with you on that. It really does. It really is fucking poison. But I'm not here to fucking preach like alcoholism. I love fucking drinking. I just know that it has really done a fucking number on my nervous system and everything. And you know, I'm trying to fucking get back to some kind of fucking level. Everything is so fucked up. I mean, from media to you know, the fucking oversaturation of like instant gratification culture. So it's fucking next all the fucking time, and then you're like you don't make enough money, so then you're fucking stressing. You're just trying to fucking get through day-to-day shit, and then you doing drugs or drinking or whatever to fucking try to like just cope, which really just adds to all the fucking stress and shit. So like I went off that fucking hamster wheel personally because, you know, I'm trying to find like some fucking road that I can walk on my own that's like not so goddamn chaotic all the fucking time.
mhm.
Yeah. I was just responding to her stuff
Yeah.
about sleep and drinking and shit. I mean,
Yeah, my so I actually, so I drink when I do these, so Wednesdays and Sundays, and then if I'm playing a show or working a show, I'll drink. But I do police myself fairly well. Probably not as, you know, whatever. Maybe
you're probably not a goddamn full-blown alcoholic either, you know?
no. And that's the thing is like, you know, like last night I didn't even plan on drinking, but fucking Tom Woodard, he's like, man, let's hang out for a little bit. I was like, all right. And he got me that bottle and, you know, whatever. But the thing is, I know myself pretty well. And there was a period of time before I started like really playing music out. And I went years without a drop of alcohol. And I didn't even realize it. I didn't think about it. It's just, I was just so busy working. And, you know, you were saying like you're working 12-hour fucking days. And I know that grind, you know, and
7 days a week.
yeah.
Know?
But for me, you know, alcohol, it's like my little crutch because it makes me more comfortable. You know what I mean?
Sure, or whatever.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. So that's kind of like why I like drinking on the show.
But you know, like some people, man, some people can have a couple drinks and not wake up and have to go to the liquor store.
Oh yeah, I've never been there.
I've been working for myself 7 days a week for fucking the last couple of years, at least with this fucking, you know, building that I have, the studio and everything. And it's like, you know, if I wake up and I can't fucking paint because my fucking hands are shaking or whatever, then there's nobody to tell me not to do that. And it's just a fucking get myself in a cycle. And I can try to control it and I can try to police myself and I can go out and I can have 2 drinks on a fucking Tuesday and then not drink again till fucking next fucking Saturday. And then, but before you know it, it's back to the same shit. Like you know, where it's like, it just kind of fucking like slowly creeps up and takes over, you know, and that's not the same fucking story for everybody. Some people can just
some
fucking
people can
like,
socially drink. Some people
Yeah.
can't.
some people can
we're
go
all
out and have 2
different.
drinks and not drink for a month.
The biggest mindfuck to me
Everybody's
is
different.
people that don't smoke cigarettes and then they are out at a show and they're smoking. And then as
Yeah,
soon
like
as they leave the
socially?
show,
Yes,
I'm like,
a lot of people
how
can do
you
that.
do
I don't understand that
I
either.
don't either.
What's
I
the
don't either.
point?
If I quit, I
And
can
a
be
social
done.
smoker,
Yeah,
like cigarette smoker. What's
Yeah.
the point of social cigarettes?
That-
I guess
it's-
that's because
a-
like we're addicted, so that
comfortable
so
thing,
we
or like-
can't wrap our minds around a social smoker.
I don't
Because
know.
I'm addicted to it.
I will say this though, those
Now
are
that I can socially
these
smoke.
people that I'm speaking of are, and I'm not throwing shade, okay?
Fuck the police.
All right, not throwing shade, but every Saturday at the Melody Inn is punk rock night. I've been working there for like 10 years or whatever, almost 10 years, and I learned this trick. I never leave for a punk rock night without at least 3 packs of cigarettes. And now
That's a lot.
And I'm sure you're thinking like, how does he smoke 3 packs of cigarettes when he's taking photos of bands?
Oh, gee, Mr. Shepler, I don't know why you
Hey,
can't
man.
breathe at night.
Hey man, can I get a cigarette? Hey, can I get a cigarette? I literally supply probably about 2 to 2.5 packs of cigarettes
Shit.
every Saturday or every show that I work. because
Oh,
people-
you are too kind.
Yeah, I was gonna say at $10 a pack, I'm not doing it. Fuck it.
Well, that's
Fuck it,
why
just
that's why I like right here. Like this is one
Oh,
of-
that's the
Oh,
freebie?
there you go.
yeah.
Now that's
These are the
smart.
Hey Buddies,
American
the Hey
spirit.
Buddies cigarettes. Yeah,
I mean, you should
This-
buy like
That
some.
is
and these are
smart.
my
You should buy like some turnies or something for that.
That is
Yeah.
very
Oh,
smart,
dude, they have
man.
these.
That's a good
they're
idea.
actually pretty good. There's a cigarette brand called 24/7. It's a great band. Fucking, that's a great brand name for a cigarette. 24/7.
No shit.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah.
And that's the thing is like, you know, to be honest with you guys, I don't smoke all the time. Dude, I don't. Every time I go to sleep,
try not
I
to in
don't
my
smoke
sleep,
a
yeah.
cigarette at all
Yeah.
until I wake up and then boom, I smoke. But
Days it into one.
I'm with you.
but yeah, I literally like I have to take extra pack of cigarettes because you know, I don't know. It's just
Good for them if they got the willpower to do
I don't know
that.
how
If
they
they're
do it.
able to like go out for a night, have a couple cigarettes, and be done. They got more willpower than me. Good for them. I
Yeah.
can't do it. When I need to quit, and when I quit, there's no way.
Jeanette,
I
I'm with
have
you. I
one
could
or
pound a
two.
fucking fifth by myself a day, no problem if I wanted to. But you know,
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Stouch, fuck the police.
I wonder if that's a reference to our song "Suey" or not.
Yeah. In the last song, so oh my god, I almost Aditios El Chaos had their last show last night. Their farewell show, and their last song that they played was ACAB. Yeah. So I'm telling you, man, you need to put that if it's not on Spotify, you need to get that song out there. It's gonna be a hit.
Yeah.
You got fucking millions of fucking hits.
Might make a redo of that song. or
Hell
something.
yeah, man. Do it.
Oh, they loved it when we played that.
I've been
I
going
loved
back
it.
in and
Oh, it was
When we
great.
first started doing these podcasts, we would actually have music on the show. We would have like blocks of music, and I would
why'd you take
say,
that out. Time?
well, copyright.
Copyright.
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh, wow.
Mhm.
What, like, can't you just ask people to fucking use their shit though?
So yeah, it does take time though, because you know, it does take about a week or two. But honestly, that's part of the reason why I do the blue check mark on Facebook is because it makes it easier for me to do that play music. So, but it still does get blocked in some countries, 60 of them, I think. But
Wow.
whatever. It's a whole fucking thing. But so yeah, back then we were actually on RFI Radio Free Indie FM.
Yeah.
So didn't really have to deal with it too much there. And then once we switched over to Facebook in 2016, I think that's when they introduced the live button. And that's when we started doing this on social media.
Dude, I've been shut down for copyright shit for playing my own music in the background on my videos.
It's crazy.
What the fuck is mine?
That's why I do. There's a lot of things that I do. I'm sure people are just like, why the fuck does he do that? Like the blue check mark is probably the number one thing that everybody's like, do you fucking feel special?
No,
and
but
it's like, no, homie, I
No,
do that
you got
because
your
it saves
reasons
my
for it.
ass.
it adds protection
that
to your
makes
account
sense.
too. You know,
Mhm.
if somebody ever
Makes
tried to
sense.
like poses you or whatever, you can go back and say like, this is my verified account. Wipe out any other accounts that don't have this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I literally do.
Verification.
Everything I do
Is that for Instagram
super.
and Facebook?
So Instagram won't let me go live. So I actually I got rid of them. There's no point in me having it. So I got rid of
Verification on
it. Yeah,
You gotta
but
pay like separate fees for both though. Or?
each one is $15 a month.
Fucking
Yeah,
motherfuckers, you're the same
Yeah.
company.
They all
Exactly.
want money.
Fucking
Money,
Meta.
money.
oh, they gotta figure out a way to pay those bills. They're spending whatever, like $100 billion.
Oh my god! You
fucking
know what's
year.
funny? And this is something.
So
Did you ever watch
stupid.
that documentary called? Oh fuck. I don't know, man. I can't remember the name. It was about algorithms on like Facebook and shit, and how you know, they don't really care about like what they advertise. It's their bottom dollar,
Mm-hmm.
and basically talking about how the bottom line is that they have to take care of their corporate sponsors and their stocks and shit like that. Recently, they've put ads into all of the fucking videos that play, reels and shit that play on Facebook. And I've been seeing all this kind of like porn and shit pop up on Facebook for the ads. They don't even care what they're advertising. They're just concerned about getting paid by their advertisers, you know. So now it's like they're not even taking like their algorithm to split it into like what you already believe versus what these people believe and the division thing. They're just literally just throwing it all in the same fucking bowl.
Yeah.
And letting whatever fly on here. While earlier today, another friend on Facebook said they got their account restricted for 1 hour. Like, what did you do that was just that much fucking out of line to get restricted for 1 fucking hour? Meanwhile, their advertisers can fucking play like porn ads and shit on there.
Yeah, that
Penis
doesn't make
enlargement
sense. Like,
fucking.
Let me tell you
the
though.
rules or something.
I'm in like I am 100% like. Where do I start with this? First of all, there's a reason why I don't do Spotify and iTunes for this show, and that's because I'm not going to give them this shit for free. If they want my shit, they're fucking paying me for it. I'm going to go to the places where people don't have to pay money: YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter, whatever. But I'm sewed in on Meta. Like I'm sewed in, and so basically once I completed these things that they wanted me to do, because I want people to watch the show. I do this for the people that come on here. That is the fucking, we're chopped liver. We are the unheard. We are the overlooked. We are chopped liver. This is supposed to be a platform for artists and musicians to come on the show, so other people that are not a part of our music scene can see and meet the people that are such a big drive in our community. With that being said, I am 100% into this, and I'll tell you right now, man, I fucked up real bad in November. I was on my way to work one morning, and I stopped at the gas station, and as I'm driving, this song comes on. It's one of my favorite jams from Rage Against the Machine. It's called "Know Your Enemy." And I was sitting there jamming this fucking song, and I love the lyrics to it. It's a really good song. So I took some lines out of it and I quoted it and I put it on Facebook. And they fucking for I think it was a month, they basically made anything that I posted drop down to like nothing. So what happened was at that point we were somewhere between 25 and 35,000 reach. And I put the quotes on there because it's like whatever. And overnight, dude, instantly that month I dropped down below 7,000.
You
And-
heard of social currency, right?
Wow.
Well, they started doing it like in
They
China.
fucked me hard.
They started doing it
Did
in
I
China,
kind
I
of
believe.
blocked you? Think or
They basically, if you're not playing
They made
by
me-
their set of rules, they take away your reach.
Yeah, they made chopped liver and they made my page invisible.
that's
Pretty much, I mean, literally, it dropped by 300%, and it's taken this whole amount of time to get back there. We're finally back between
damn.
25 to 35,000 reach, and our whatever you call it, I don't fucking know. There's a word for it. So basically, any person that lives in our market, if they go to their events, okay, statistically speaking, 1 out of 8 people are going to see this podcast on there. So right now we're between 115 and 135,000 people
Yeah.
that will actually be notified that this is a fucking thing.
Sure.
So it's a whole fucking thing. And to be honest with you,
Well, good for
if
you.
I
for
didn't
not
do any of
giving
this
up.
shit, I would not be on social media at all. I would just be like, fuck all this.
I'm with you. I mean,
Ugh.
you know, it's good. It's good for me
But
to.
I love this shit. So
It's good for me to keep
You're gonna
up.
let him win though.
It's good for me to keep up with like other people. It's good for me to network,
yes.
and it's good for my like art and music stuff to put it out there and to keep my friends and fan base and supporters and shit in the loop as to what I'm doing and trying to like excel myself personally as a product or a brand. Outside of that, like I don't want to play the politic game of what it takes to fucking do it. It's like, people that have like big followings on YouTube, shit like that. I mean, they gotta really fucking advertise, spend a lot of money on that shit, or like really fucking work that thing night and day. They gotta play the fucking game of like, I gotta watch what I say on my social media. I gotta like kind of curate it to fit my brand and the art thing and whatever. You know what I love to just say is like just to be able to fucking speak openly on something like this is great because I don't get to say what I want to say.
Yeah.
Because if I do, then I get less reach. I get less, my ability to promote myself as a brand or as an artist gets stripped away when I speak my mind openly on my platforms. And you can't just do whatever you want without. I mean, it's like if you're a good boy, we'll give you a reward of letting you keep your thing going, and we'll help it grow. But if you get out of line with what we're asking you to fucking do, then we're gonna cut off your
and they will.
to do
they
it.
will fuck you. Yeah, they will do.
So it's nice to be able to just kind of fucking just go off the rails and just say whatever I want.
Yeah,
controlled
on somebody else's shit. So if you guys fuck up,
right,
on your end by having me on here, then or whatever, then that's on you. They better not come after me.
Yeah, they'll definitely come after me. But I mean, there's
but I don't get to do that.
A lot of people always are like, how do you get away with? Because first of all, the whole idea chopped liver is supposed to be and has always been about supporting our music and art scene. Like I said earlier, we are the unheard, we are the overlooked, we are chopped liver. Started with a zine, turned into a podcast. But the brand in itself has one token line, and is music, madness, parties, beer. Right there. That's it.
I don't even know why you tagged it beer since you told me you don't even fucking.
I don't even drink beer. Yeah, it's one of those fucking things. But here I am, by the way. I've actually I will have finished a whole beer.
Supporting your own tagline.
But yeah. So with that said, like I can, we come on here and just talk about drugs, talk about sex, talk about fucking whatever the fuck I want. You know what I mean? But when it comes to posting shit on social media, 100% I have to follow their fucking rules or they will fuck everything up.
Like I said, how do you get
how do you have to play the game?
How do you get restricted for 1 hour? Like what do you do? Just something that's just
here's a good example.
Risque enough to get fucking banned for an hour.
Somebody I know, I think it was Peter Graves and I were going back and forth. We were joking about an old emo song from like 2004, and he said something like, "Yeah, whenever I was in prison, I'd have a shank ready in case I had to stab
Yeah,
somebody.
you can't say shit like
Boom,
that, man.
1 hour. Yeah, I think he got hit with a 1 hour.
I have said
a
some,
joke,
I've said
Facebook.
some stuff that I've seen like a video, and my response is something to the effect of like, if somebody did that to me, I would fucking kill him or something. I didn't say like I'm gonna hunt you down,
Yeah.
and kill you. It's like if that happened to me, I'd be fucking pissed. And then like, are you sure you want to post that? Because we don't allow you to say things like that on our platform.
Yeah. Oh man.
Troll the
Yeah,
lack of
dude.
freedom
It's
of
total
speech.
fucking like,
And it's
Hate
all
it.
it's
Oh, just shut up, sit
that
down, be
$100
the
billion
same.
that Meta is fiercely working towards, which is just a fraction of the money that they spend, but it is towards that gaming system with the
Oculus.
Oculus or Ready Player One, really.
You ever worn one of those things?
Oh fuck yeah, yeah.
It makes me dizzy, man. Like,
It's crazy.
my son,
It's
plays
crazy.
it. They say that you're supposed to be like 13 fucking years old, even
12.
use one of
Mhm.
those, 12 or whatever. Our son's 11, and he's got one because all his friends have them, the kind
Mhm.
of thing. But like hours
But
of that
we
shit,
limit it.
you
We
got- you
limit
got
the
it-
time.
you got the audio and the visual stimulation right here, and meanwhile the world's going on around you, but you're like soaked into it. And then the fucking I don't even know the long-term effects of that shit. They don't either.
Yeah.
But like, your kid's gonna be cross-eyed and blind from fucking having this thing on their fucking face
Yeah,
like this.
yeah.
And
I love that meme where it's like growing up, our parents were like, say, hey, you have to be at least this far from the TV, you're gonna burn your eyes out. And now they say, no, it's just
Oh
right
my
there on your
God.
face. You know what I mean? It's fucking
Oh
crazy.
my God, that is so funny.
yeah, so I mean, I don't know, man. It's but they definitely are
Holy
like
shit.
pushing the agendas and shit that
Oh, yeah.
it's like it really fucking limits everybody to what they're able to fucking do or say, man. And if you play the game right, you can kind of get away with some stuff, But I think for me personally, I've never really like tried to grow my social media following into some fucking games, a numbers game, to where it's
Hey.
like, oh, I got like 5,400 followers on my page or some shit. That's nothing compared to like these motherfuckers that have hundreds of thousands of followers or millions even,
Mhm.
But like, how fucking strict is it the shit that they can fucking do or say or get away with before they're limited or cut off from their fucking base of what they're able to do,
Yeah.
And everybody's got to play real nice to
Dude.
each other, meanwhile using their scare tactics to fucking try to like shake everybody into a goddamn frenzy. But you can't do that, but
Yeah.
they can do that. But the more fans and shit that you have, the more careful you got to be about what you can fucking say. to
Yeah.
people, man.
So here's the thing, right? I literally have less than 2,000 friends on Facebook, and I've had a Facebook account since 2009. I've been in bands since then. I've done podcasts since then. Do all this shit, and the reason why I don't have all these people that do like Nuvo or Punk Rock Night or any promotions company, whatever. I can list off 1,000 names of people, but they've all got 5,000 max out friends, and they've got all these fucking followers. And you know what? I'm just not the guy. If I've never shared oxygen with you, or randomly, I could be a little bit of a douche, and I might add a chick because I think she's hot or something. But yeah, be honest. But basically, essentially, really 98%, I literally won't add somebody on Facebook unless I've shared oxygen with them, because I have found that if you have somebody connected to your Facebook or whatever that you aren't friends with, and you invite them to events or whatever, they're gonna fuck your shit up. So I just don't fuck
I've had
around
some
with
really
that.
random shit happen with that stuff. Like,
I'd rather just people organically find the things that I do and then
I like the
see
more
it.
underground approach, word of mouth,
Yeah.
organic
like
type
when I first got on Facebook, I
on
was trying to
anything,
like
really.
go and push it and trying to just add friends. Some of these people I've never fucking spoken to. Some of them, I went through and I deleted a bunch of people a bunch of times and shit. But I don't know, man. I'm not that cool. If I was, I guess I would they would naturally be following me or something. I don't know. Or I'd be paying a fucking company to like promote and grow my fucking following and all that shit. because I don't have like all day to sit and fucking cater to my fucking social shit.
Yeah, I basically have a schedule of when
Time.
I will fuck with that, and it's
Yeah.
literally any person. If you really want to take your time, you can see right before I go to work, when I'm on my break, when I'm on my lunch, when I'm on my break. As soon as I get out of work, that's it.
Yeah,
I may
there's only so
spend
much time in the day. You got to pick and choose what you're gonna.
Mhm.
I may spend an hour a day on there, and then I may not get on it for 3 fucking days. You know?
Hell
Like,
yeah, I wish I could do that, but I can't.
I don't. Yeah, you're heavily
I'm-
more vested in it.
I
than am.
basically work
I
for
mean,
Meta.
what you
I have
do,
a, I had
yeah.
a, I signed my independent contract. Literally, I signed what is it, a W4? I had to sign a W4 with them.
Okay.
So technically, I work for these fucks, and they pay me
Fingers
a
crossed
dollar a
it's $1
day.
That's what I'm
yeah.
saying.
$1 a day.
Yeah, and if you're trying to grow your thing and
Yeah.
you're getting like enough that it's worth it to you to do, then obviously the dollar a day doesn't really come into
it's
fucking
it's
play.
worth
If
it
you're
to me
happy
if maybe 5 people at your next show, your art show. I think you have one coming up in Carmel, right?
On the 24th of this month.
Yeah. I will if 5 people watch this and show up at your event.
They get a free VHS tape.
Well, I'm just saying then I that's kind of the point. That's
Oh,
it is the point.
yeah.
It's like to help,
The first
artists
5
and-
people
I get that. I
that
don't
show
know
up
why
from
there's
this
something.
podcast
I get
at
that. I respect
the
that.
show at Circle in Carmel on Main Street in the Arts District on August 24th between 6 to 9 p.m. will receive a free VHS tape.
I'm gonna
courtesy of
send
Chef.
you with 5
You
VHS
have
too.
heard it here.
Yeah. I'm gonna get 5 VHS, and you're leaving with 5 VHS. And let me know if yeah, I'm gonna show up so I can get one.
And you got you have to use the code word Zorro.
Zorro. Oh man.
Oh, it's great.
So I've been wanting to ask you this. So okay, like this main piece that was on Fox News, what is it called? The
Awakening.
The Awakening, yeah. How much time does it take to like make that? Like how much time did it take to make
There's
that?
like maybe 500 individual pieces that have to be cleaned up, sanded out, finishing work, constructed, and then all of the pieces we like assembled. I say we because I told you I have a partner in a company and shit that I do. So like singeing like wire into the plastic to hold them together with spacers and all that shit to keep everything proportionately sized. And what's another fun fact about that goddamn piece is that when I originally scaled it, well, we printed it at like a 3-foot scale. So it's 3 foot tall by 3 foot wide by like 500 fucking sections. When I, for some reason, opened the model that I was working off of using a laptop to see the pieces and then mark the shit that I was working on, I was doing on like a 2-foot scale. So when I went to space stuff out, at one point I just had to abandon the actual measurements of how I was putting everything back together. And it wasn't until I was like assembling maybe the last fucking piece that I was like, I did this whole thing off of the wrong goddamn scale. No wonder I've had such a hard time putting it together. But that's the artistic skill and engineering and shit comes in to be able to know, like, you have to fucking like do this by, your level of what your perspective should be rather than by what the fucking spec says, because it's not going to be exactly that.
Yeah.
So, but I'd say all in all, that piece probably got worked on real heavy for like a month or something. So, I mean, there's a lot of time and work that goes into the pieces, and, I make a lot better money selling art now than I did, a few years ago. I was doing like stencil paintings and shit for like
show that
$30 a fucking painting or something at one point. And, that turned into more detailed work, turned into more money. And then I started getting some of these sculpture pieces out there. Then I started getting some gallery shows. And then I started traveling. And then I started selling work to like celebrities and we started doing our displays with our pedestals and different lighting options and cases and shit like that. And, what once might have sold for a few $100s is now selling for like a few $1,000s. And, I've been able to fucking pay the overhead for my studio and everything by growing that and then keeping it going enough to make that my bread and butter for, and I'm not fucking living fucking high on the hog or anything, but I'm able to live my dream of having this nice studio that I work out of. It's like 8,200 square feet warehouse. And we can do anything we want in there. And it's just a giant fucking playground for me. Like I said, I built a music studio upstairs. Got my production line going for all the shit we're doing downstairs. I'm getting a lot of different opportunities and clients and shit that I'm working with. I also made some parts for a like a new tool company that I'm involved with.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, so I designed the parts for that and everything, and that stuff has gone into all the parts are patented. They've gone into the injection molding process. So we finally found a manufacturer to work with, and that whole company is funded and everything. So that should start to really kind of turn things around for me.
Hell yeah.
On that end, then I can focus on a new body of work that's not like nostalgia or pop culture or whatever. It's just like the stuff that my life's work stuff that I really want to just focus on and not have to fucking worry about eating ramen noodles and fucking starving so hard to do it. But I'm not a starving artist anymore. Like I pay for a lot of overhead for running a business and getting to do what I want to do every day.
Hell yeah.
But I'm still just like paying the bills and but that's still the dream. I mean, it's like, if you can do what you love for a living and pay the bills doing it
and pay the bills,
then you're on a good path to fucking winning.
I tell you, man, like, and that's
and
the
then
thing.
Grow it from there.
Absolutely.
You're living like from my perspective, I should say, you're living the dream, and as a creator, because that's what you are. You are, a creator. You create, and you're also, like we were talking about earlier. You're what did I say earlier? You're when we were setting up this camera,
engineer.
You're an engineer, and here's the thing is like I am also a creator, and for years and years I worked for Domino's Pizza, and for years and years they would take my ideas and they would run with them, and it worked. And for years I would literally, like, there's one point I was at a convention and they ran this video and they were talking about a new way of delivery service, and they have all these presentations and all these things on the screen, and they're talking about like, this is how it's done and all these things. And as I'm sitting here watching this, surrounded by like 10,000 people, it's all video and clips and pictures of things that I had been doing.
Yeah,
literally.
Wow.
And it's just like, man, I need to get out of working for people, and I need to start working for myself. So,
your own thing.
but fuck yeah, man, like, what you're doing is fucking awesome, man. And I
taking the fucking
respect
leap
what
of
you're
faith.
doing. It's fucking awesome.
It's taking the leap of faith in yourself to not, like, if you, so many people are complacent with their 9 to 5. You get comfortable with a steady paycheck. You've got security in that. You know where your next meal is coming from. You know how you're going to pay your bills, what time you're going to pay your bills every month. You know that you've got X amount of money coming in for, food and extra and entertainment and everything. And you've got that dialed into a science. But you're capped out at that too. And, that's all the higher you're going to go. Unless you're like an entrepreneur in your heart and already driven enough to do something more and go off on the self-employment path, which is going to be a lot of fucking feast and famine. It's going to be a lot of, struggle and failure and everything. But if you are like just driven beyond belief, as most entrepreneurs are, then eventually there is no fucking ceiling to what you're trying to do. And once you reach a bar, you just keep going to the next fucking tier, and then you can accomplish a whole lot of stuff in your life. But if you quit halfway, you don't get there. If you stay complacent, you don't fucking get there. You have to be willing to jump off the fucking cliff and drop this load of societal fucking norms behind you and say, this is who I am, this is what I'm doing, and not fucking look back. And you got to be willing to cut the fucking rope and say, like, I don't have a backup plan. This is going to work. And if it doesn't work, then I'm going to fucking die trying. And when you're willing to like go at it that way, most of the time you're not gonna fucking you're gonna fail, but you're gonna get back up and you're gonna keep going. And there's nothing that's gonna keep you from fucking getting it if you've got nothing to fucking go back to that's, you know, that way of life anymore, and you've decided that 100% you're in this and this is who you are and this is where the fuck you're going and taking it. Then, you know, you're gonna stumble, you're gonna fall, you're gonna fucking hit your head, it's gonna hurt, it's gonna suck, you're gonna bleed, sweat, and cry over the whole fucking thing, and you're gonna be broke, and you're gonna fucking be up and down and manic and fucking all that shit, and then drinking too much and partying too much, and then fucking trying to dial yourself back in. But if you fucking stay on your own goddamn path of what the fuck you're trying to do, there's nothing to stop you from fucking doing it.
Absolutely.
And you don't have to. Nobody gave me a bunch of fucking money to go into this thing, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I'm very resourceful, I'm very tenacious, and I'm very fucking determined. And that's the only goddamn thing that's fucking gotten me from one fucking month to the next and hitting all the fucking speed bumps along the way.
Fuck
Well,
yeah.
I'm not gonna fucking take what I built and fucking just, you know, give it up, or, you know, I'll figure out the next fucking hurdle, which is always going to be one in front of you. And sometimes they're going to get bigger. You're going to need more money. You're going to need bigger projects. You're going to need more fucking help. You're going to need, you know, more resources. Your shit's going to break down. You're fucking going to, you know, you're going to fucking have to choose which bill you can pay this month over the other one or whatever.
Yeah.
But eventually you're going to land those contracts and you're going to land the deals, and you're going to fucking, you know, if you're just tenacious enough about it and you don't fucking quit.
Yeah.
Eventually you can fucking have something that you would never have if you don't get started and stick with it.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, man, Jeanette clip, but we're getting ready to start doing clips. Like we're going to start doing shorts basically.
Oh, yeah.
And man, that was, love you, buddy. That was fucking really, yeah.
Word.
Love your passion. I literally just Friday night I had it didn't hurt my feelings, but same time I had somebody come at me Friday night. I was at State Street. I was not playing. I was not in any form part of the booking or anything like that. I just went there to take photos and just be there and support. And somebody pulled me aside towards the end of the night, and they're like, Shep, would you ever consider just stopping? I'm like, stopping what? And they're like, everything. Like, just go to work every day, come home, go to sleep, stop doing podcasts, stop doing these bands, stop doing photography, stop doing all these things that you do, and just chill and not. I'm like, I looked at him, I'm like, no. And I gave him a hug.
Why'd they ask you that?
Yeah, like, and then what? That's what
I don't know.
Was it just a general question, or did they want you off the fucking
right
or what?
Right? I'm like, what? And here's the thing, and that's kind of, you know, a reminder, you know, what you were just talking about is there's always going to be people in your life that want to see you fail, whether they're going to tell you that or not, and they're going to try to, like, you know what I mean?
There's probably somebody that got on this that watched at some point of this tonight that was like, fuck that guy. You know?
Yeah.
Fuck you, man.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's just like, you know, having you here and talking about all this is just a reminder of how important it is to have that drive and to have the discipline and to focus on your, you know, what you love. And I don't know, man, I was honestly like, I was a little nervous about reaching out. Like, I was like, I don't know if he's going to have time, because I see what you're doing. You know, you're fucking, like you said, you've been in New York 20 times this year and all that stuff. And I was like, I don't know if he's going to be able to do it, but
no, this is great. It's a good chance for me to fucking like let my hair down and
hell yeah, man.
Say what I want to say without.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. And that's the beautiful part about this show is like we get to cut loose and shoot the shit and no fucks to fucking give. I've literally God, man, some of the things that have only one episode since we started doing it again has been edited, and we lost about 2 hours of a show, but it had to happen. It got a little too crazy, but
wall with the conversation.
Yeah, a little too much. But Village Elder, by the way, hit up Nick Winky if you want to see that. It's like sign up for their whatever. Anyways, all jokes aside, yeah, man, it's super awesome what you're doing, and I just inspiring is the word I'm trying to find here. It's very inspiring to see what you're doing, and
You too.
you know,
Actually, I told you I kind of wanted to do a podcast, but like I don't have enough fucking juice to do everything I'm doing and take on something like this right now, And I don't really feel like, I feel like you're fucking doing justice for the community stuff, which is probably something I would fucking be trying to do, which would just be competing, and I don't really want to do that.
I'm
anyway,
not. I refuse to compete.
Yeah.
Like if anytime somebody's like, oh, I'm gonna do a podcast and blah blah blah, I'm like, hell yeah. Like, hey, if you're gonna do guests, let me know. Like, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, people. I saw this meme and it's the truth. People at the top, they're not competing. They're working together.
No, you're not viewing people as competition.
Yeah.
There's enough pie to go around, period, man. You don't have to take it from somebody else to fucking get where you're going.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to fucking step on anybody. You don't have to take anything from anybody. There's enough, like, if you want to create and manifest enough stuff for yourself in your little world, you're going to create it and it's going to be available to you, whether it's money, resources, whatever it is that you're looking to try to do, grow your brand or your thing or whatever, your business, whatever it is that you're trying to get better at, man, there's enough of it out here that you don't have to fucking step on other people to get it.
Exactly.
Period. So there's a way to do the shit without hurting other people.
Exactly. Like my whole thing, and it's always been about supporting and, like helping other people out, and just, I don't know. I guess a lot of it starts with this. And like, one of my best friends in the whole world, Nick Jordan, he kind of put this thought process into me. Not that, I kind of come up with it myself organically, but he's always said, and I've always believed, that we are a city that is just loaded with talented and amazing people, and we just never really have had that love, not just within our own media, but in general. And pretty much almost everything that I do volunteer. Even this, what we're doing right now. But
I mean, we're not getting paid.
It's all volunteer.
We gotta go. No,
It's been
actually,
Do
do you want to go? Do you want to go call your dad real quick?
I need to do
Our son is at her dad's house.
Right on.
We just need to
That's
check
cool.
in with him. But
Hell yeah.
but yeah, man. To that point though, I feel like like whatever it is that you want to get out of this, I think that more people are really willing to like help if they can.
Yeah.
I don't think that, I think that if you like, it boils down to if you're driven to do some shit.
Mm-hmm.
You're running your own show because you're the one who has the passion to do it.
Yep.
I'm running a company because I'm the one who has a fucking passion to put it together and keep it together.
Yeah.
And if it fails, it's on me. It doesn't matter how many employees I have. And what I'd like to do is provide jobs to other people in the arts community or whatever, because it doesn't exist. And it's not about here. It's not about local. It's not about Indiana. But when I was first trying to fucking get my shit going with art or music or any of it, I couldn't even get people to fucking email me, call me back, anything. And then eventually I just started building my own road because I realized like there are no art jobs in this city. So how do you get one? Well, you have to fucking create the road. You have to make the fucking path and create the road to offer that to other people, because you're the one, you're the fucking guy, you're the fucking person that's going to make it happen.
Yeah.
If it doesn't exist and you want it bad enough, then you have to create it, and then you can fucking build it for other people. Everybody like is looking for the perfect thing, the perfect scenario to fucking exist, man, in order to get where they want to go, or fucking, the right opportunity or the right time or the right amount of money or have all the ducks in a row or whatever. I just fucking go in a direction, and then when I hit a dead end, go in another fucking direction until I get to the thing that I'm trying to get to.
Yeah.
I hit my head a lot and everything, but like I think that you have to pick up the reins and be the one who says like, this shit doesn't exist here, and you have to fucking be an integral part of building that to create that community, to offer the opportunity to other people like you that might have wanted to fucking see some shit thrive, but never had the juice to push it through.
Yeah.
Then you find yourself as the guy who like is heading that up to fucking create it, you know?
Yeah.
With the end result being, you know, providing that for other people at some point, you know?
So I was checking out your website, and I think you're in the middle of making a dragon. Is that right? Like a dragon thing I saw?
I'm not in the middle of making a dragon.
What was I looking at? I swear there was like this crazy.
I have like a dragon skeleton
Okay, yes.
that's
yeah.
already done,
Okay.
but that's what it looks like, is like a fucking
Dude,
skeleton.
how long did that take you to make, man? That thing
Well,
is gnarly.
A lot of my projects, man, they I do them in different timelines. Like I'll work on something for a while and switch off. I'm usually doing like 10 different projects at the same fucking time, so never really, you know, count my hours on stuff. But any of those big projects, like you asked me about that head, I mean, all in all, if I were to sit down and just work on it like straight through, you're talking like a fucking month worth of my time for something that size, you know?
Yeah. I am literally on your website right now because I want to find this thing. So I want to show it to people because it's fucking dope.
I just started another big project for my October show. I was wondering how you would have any insider information on that, but you haven't seen it because I haven't put anything out about it. But it's gonna be cool. But it's like 50 fucking sections that I'm piecing together to make one piece, and it's big. And, and I don't really want to tease it too much because it's just really going to be a cool like statement piece for the show that I'm doing.
Right on.
But I have a few of those bigger pieces, you know, like that octopus chandelier, for instance.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that too. That was
and a lot of those, you know, are comprised of like 30, 40, 50 sections put together and then seamed, and a lot of like Bondo and fucking sanding and different techniques that we use to try to, you know, make them look the way they do when we get to the finishing process. But they all take like a fair amount of fucking time. So
yeah, I implore people to go to your website. It's circlecity3d.com.
Yeah.
And check out all this dope fucking art. I just call it artwork. What's the proper way to call it?
I refer to it as mixed medium, but there's a lot of like 3D digital printing, like 3D printing, but it's a lot of mixed medium stuff, man. We do a lot of like you know, incorporating like stainless and different other metals into our shit. I mean, I just did my first bronze piece too, so like I'm moving into doing more like metal stuff. But I've done everything from concrete to fiberglass to clay to fucking, you know, woodworking to goddamn welding to whatever. So I mean, it's like I refer to myself as a mixed media artist. I've done a lot of canvas painting, oils, acrylics, you name it. So
yeah, I didn't even know that you did that until today.
Yeah,
that's
I don't
awesome.
really like block myself into one fucking medium, you know.
That's I'm pulling up this picture. I just sent it over. I want to show people this. Well, I sent over. I guess I could just show it on my phone. Whatever. I just don't want to spend too much time fucking around on my computer. I know that people that listen to it are gonna be like, oh, "Come on, Chap, stop, stop it." So yeah, here I'll just zoom in real quick because I thought I got it over there quick enough, but I don't think I did. Let's see, real quick. I'll just show it here. Oh wait, we lost the camera.
Yeah, I mean,
let's see. This is the worst camera to show it, but yeah, here's the octopus chandelier.
Yeah, I think there's some stuff
on
my
yeah.
There's some stuff on my Instagram, Facebook, but there's also oh yeah, that was cool. That was a really old one, like the steampunk owl I did a long time ago.
This huge steampunk owl. It was so cool.
But yeah, a lot of my stuff is up on both my socials, and that my gallery on my website is like kind of out of date. I mean, I don't fucking update it enough. It's like there's just not enough time in the day to fucking
that's so fucking dope.
do every aspect of the business, from like your you know, taking care of all your web stuff as well as like actual physical stuff within the business and just the financials to the bookkeeping to the goddamn windows to the walls. So it's just a
Mhm.
constant fucking hustle in like a million directions.
Sorry, guys.
It's all good.
Okay. Well, hypnosis. Yeah.
Well, no sweat. If you want, let's try to fucking knock out some questions you got because it sounds like we're gonna have to go get our kid soon. He's got school in the morning and yeah. It's what happens when you fucking bring both the parents to the fucking podcast.
Oh yeah. Well, I really appreciate you bringing Liz.
Yeah.
You know, got to revisit some memories
Oh yeah.
of the past, and you know, like
Times.
my beginning in being a part of the music scene, and started at Lizard. So
I love
hell yeah.
that. I love that.
Let me check that. Yeah, we're good there. All right, I'll switch this over real fast. But yeah. So I think we should have fun here these last couple of minutes. I'll make sure there's nothing. Oh yeah.
What's in the box, Chef?
Yeah, we'll just switch over. There's like, dude, I definitely did not cover enough other questions I had. So, but we'll have some fun with it. Like, do some what's in the box. It's a
We
lot
can
of
come
people.
back for fucking part 2. Also,
Hell yeah, dude.
You know?
Yeah, I'll schedule you back in here in a couple of months.
Sweet.
Let's see. Look at all of them.
Are these just random questions written by you? Or?
Oh no, people that watch the show too. It could get fucking weird though.
But it's not like about me at all. It's just random
It's
fucking
It's just
very
questions.
random, yeah.
questions.
Yeah,
Cool. Sounds
it
fun.
makes it. Yeah, it does make it kind of fun. Some of them were kind of fucked up though. Okay, yeah. See, so there you go. So share a random crazy story.
Random?
Random, crazy.
Okay.
Get it off your chest.
All right. Well, I kind of joked about talking about this story with you on Messenger when we were talking about it, but my ex-girlfriend married my brother,
Mm-hmm.
who then killed her and then killed himself.
Shit.
Crazy random story.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Yeah. So you asked for crazy. So, there's one.
What
Crazy
happened?
story.
Like, do you?
Drugs, I'm not going to get into defamation of her character or anything, but drugs and alcohol. It's rough.
I can't even imagine, man. Holy fucking shit.
Yeah. So there's a random crazy story. What else is in the box?
Liz, you want to spit a crazy story?
I can't top that one. I don't know what to say.
Hold on, I looked. I don't want to look at all. Here, I'll pull the box up.
I've seen a lot of shit in my name. And
What is? Oh, it's a business card for I-135. Right on. I don't know how that got in there. All right, here we go. What's your favorite instrument you've ever owned?
Me or her?
Both. I mean,
my drum. No, my drum set that I've had since I was like 13. Pearl Export World Series.
is it black?
Silver.
Silver? Okay.
I really love my djembe too. It's pink and has butterflies on it.
I really like the
It's got butterflies.
I really like the 6-string bass that I have now, but one of my favorite instruments was one that I made that was like the upright PVC bird bass that I used to play.
That was amazing.
All the time. So
That
this
was
is also
amazing.
6-string, and it's like 6 feet tall, and it came in
really
half and
cool.
had big fucking bird feet and fucking big wings on the top of it and shit. I used to break that out on special occasions and play at shows.
Yeah.
Do you?
That was very cool.
What brand was it? I'm just curious if you.
I made it.
It's homemade.
Oh, you made it.
Yeah.
It went right over my head.
PVC
So,
brand.
Will Woodrow brand.
Hell yeah.
The Woody.
The Woody. Hell yeah. There's actually a bar here in Lapel called Woody's.
Yeah, I know. We passed it on the way.
Yeah, dude. I love that place too, by the way. Every time they have karaoke on Wednesdays. So we used to have band practice on Wednesdays, and then I started doing the podcast on Wednesdays. And we would always go down there and do karaoke. So like every time I walk into that bar, it does not matter what is happening. Somebody in that motherfucker yells, "Skipper!" I've walked into that place so loaded, dude. Oh my god, man. Yeah.
We were
That's
driving
old.
past it, and she was talking about moving to a small town. I said, I guess you can work at Woody's.
Well, this place is fucking woo. Yeah. I'm definitely not gonna be in Lapel for. I had to sell this place. It's too expensive. It's fucking wildly expensive up here.
Taxes and shit.
Taxes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the property. I don't even have an acre, and the property tax is almost $400 a month.
Oh shit.
What?
That
Yeah.
is crazy. But you own the house? Or
Yeah.
are you paying on it?
I'm paying
still?
on it. Oh yeah, for sure.
You're paying that and that.
Yeah. So yeah,
that's-
imagine that. Like
I'm not doing the
Jesus,
math over here. Oh my god.
it's insane. Yeah, but
That's
you know, there's like a park across the
insane.
street. There's a huge ass lake right there. Fucking whatever. The high
I
school
know,
is like
some
a
things you
2-minute walk.
pay for what you get, but damn.
Yeah,
I mean,
and not to mention, like, it is unbelievably quiet here. It's crazy.
money to keep
It's like
My,
literally
crap
so
out,
fucking
like,
quiet.
My
We're right
place
off
is-
32, and it's still quiet as shit.
It has a 5-way intersection across the street and 3 sets of train tracks behind the building, and it's like perfectly noisy all the fucking time.
Hell yeah.
So it's like the perfect like industrial noise chaos with no walk by traffic. There's no fucking sidewalks and shit.
Hmm.
So it's just a noise of the fucking street and the neighborhood and everything.
happy.
And my property tax is only like, I don't know, like 800 a half or something. And it's a huge fucking warehouse. So it's a great fucking situation for me right now. But I don't want to fucking be, you know, like, I want to fucking some peace and quiet at some goddamn point where I can just like not have the noise of everything going on around me all the time. You find some comfort in all that fucking chaos sometimes. You know I do. It's like peaceful fucking chaos. I don't know how else to explain.
Yeah.
Rolled chaos.
It's kind of like people that live in New York. They just get used to the
Dude, have you ever been there?
Fuck yeah.
It's fucking, it's like an ant farm, man. I mean, I never knew. What I thought was really interesting about New York the first time I went there is like how fucking singular everyone is. You know, everybody's just walking by each other, just minding their own fucking business. Nobody's fucking with each other. It's just, and they're all stacked on top of each other. But everybody just looks different. There's so much fucking, you know, variety, and nobody gives a fuck about what anyone else is doing. They're just fucking passing through. But like, I was thinking about this the other day. If I lived there and had an apartment and just like looked downstairs at 5 a.m. and it's just droves of fucking people walking by and just noise at 5 a.m. every fucking morning, how crazy that would make me. I don't want to live in fucking New York or the middle of fucking Chicago. I don't know. I think that I just prefer my
Are you from
space.
Indy?
I am from here, yeah.
Okay. And then Liz, are you from Indy?
Portage, Indiana. up
Portage,
north
okay.
On the lake.
I mean, like, I've lived other places, but you know, I ended up back here because my daughter was living here, who then moved to Florida where I was living.
Yeah.
And then, had another kid. And so I got roots and everything that kind of keep me here.
Yeah.
But it's a hub for me to be able to branch off and do my shit anywhere. And that hasn't stopped me at all. You know?
Mhm.
It's not like moving to an art mecca, for instance, doesn't matter so fucking much, or music mecca. None of that shit really matters so goddamn much anymore, man. I mean, it used to be
And
you'd have
that's-
to move to LA or Nashville if you
Yeah,
wanted
but
to be.
That's
Yeah.
kind of like what I was
Technology now.
driving at earlier, like what I was saying Nick and I used to talk about, and when we started doing Six of Stones was like, it's kind of the idea. That's kind of what, you know, it's, I always say kind of, but it is the idea. I want Indy to be the mecca of art and music. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, like Ohio had its turn. I mean, you
Mhm.
know,
Yeah,
like
they-
everywhere around us has kind of had their turn for different things that have happened. We're not on the map I mean, I did a art show last year where I brought in artists from all over the fucking country, you know, a lot of hot shit fucking New York artists and everywhere, all the way out to LA and, you know, everywhere across the fucking country, and brought them here kind of just to say, like, we're doing shit here too. And, you know, these people are willing to come here and do shit because they know that we're not just a blip on the fucking radar. You know, we got a lot of shit going on, from music to art to, you know, film to whatever, you know. There's a ton of creative outlets here, and the internet's leveled the playing field for everybody.
Yeah, it really has.
Across
Yeah.
the board, and you don't have to be from here or from fucking anywhere to, you know, show up somewhere and make a noise in a place. I mean, you know, it's why I'm able to fucking just bounce from one city to another and, you know, like, build my career and not have to be fucking living in the middle of it to make any waves, you know. Just meet a couple connections, and then that leads to more opportunities, and you open one door, it opens 10 more doors, you know. And I mean, you just gotta go out and pursue it and hustle yourself, and you don't necessarily have to be like living in the middle of it to fucking, you know, reach it now. So,
Yeah. Hell yeah, man. You're out there fucking repping indie, you know, every time you go out and do a fucking a show. So it's fucking dope.
well, there's a lot of people doing it, you know. I mean, there's a lot of fucking people that are just like doing the same shit I'm doing, that are just trying to push their work and have opportunities in other places. And I mean, it works the same way. Like, indie's overlooked in a lot of ways for that still. But there's a lot of bands that do fucking come here. There's a lot of art that does happen here. There's a lot of people that seek out shows and stuff here. I mean, we're not nobody.
Yeah.
We're actually, like, I think the 12th largest city in the country or something.
Yeah, we're actually a lot bigger than Cincinnati. We're bigger than San Francisco. Yeah, we're up there. Yeah. And we definitely have the crime to prove it.
But see, I think that people have
It's a bad
spent
joke.
so long to.
Yeah.
I think people have spent so long, like, shitting on. We've been shitting on ourselves so long
Mhm.
about like, oh, we're indie, we're not, you know, we're not New York, we're not fucking whatever, fucking Chicago. But, like, I mean, aren't we though? Because I've played shows there and there and there, and they're all doing the same fucking thing we are.
Yeah.
And the people that are running venues and stuff here, you know, are like still giving people opportunities, like she was doing with Lizards, and
Yeah.
like we were doing back in the day, booking other bars and venues and stuff like that that may not be around anymore, but it was like cultivating that whole fucking culture.
Absolutely.
And that's been going on for a long time. So, like, that's just kind of continued to fucking build and grow here. And there's a lot to fucking offer, obviously.
Absolutely.
So,
Hell yeah. Let me do one more
Yeah.
and we'll probably get rolling. I'm not doing that question, Jeanette. I know she wrote that one. It's just not the right one.
Is it inappropriate?
No.
Can you tell me what it
Oh,
is, though, just out of curiosity?
It was either her or Candace Crawford. If you cut your hair off, how much would you weigh?
About the same.
Some of these questions. All right. What's your favorite spooky place? Spooky. Ooh, scary.
My mind, I guess, man.
There you go. Hell yeah. Hannah's Haunted House had a event yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, the big thing. Shout out to
She said no, I didn't write.
some of our big supporters at the First Church of Cannabis. They were out there yesterday
Yeah.
doing their thing. So
Cool.
hell yeah. What about you, Liz? You got a favorite spooky place? Was
Not
Lizards ever
really.
haunted?
Things don't really scare me
No.
in that way.
Okay.
You should try
Nah.
walking around my fucking warehouse at night, though, if you've.
I am
Not
more
used to it?
like, oh, I see the good in everything.
Mhm.
Like, and he's like,
Are
what
we
the hell's
talking
wrong
like-
with you? I'm like,
Are we talking
"Oh,
haunted
I
houses, or are we
don't like-"
talking fucking Hallville? Are we talking fucking the back corners of a fucking dark alley? Or are we talking?
We're talking like
I'm just trying to think of
spooks,
anything that
goblins,
scares me. Like,
ghouls,
I don't.
demons.
Man, I don't know.
No,
Like,
none
there's
of
any
it.
places out
I
there that
faked, so I
exist that
don't-
are that fucking scary like that. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Does none
I
of
don't
that
know. I mean, it's
scares
cool
me.
haunted houses, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. All right,
No.
we can't end it on that. We'll do one more. Hopefully, this one is actually good. Lordy, but how much? Okay, here, just in case this one blows. That one will never get pulled again. Oh, this is long. Oh my god. What the fuck?
What is wrong with you?
So
fucking
so what happens is people will come on the show and they'll fill these out and they'll put them in the box. So some of these I've never even read. Okay, a time that y'all met a celebrity, like a good story of when you met a celebrity. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah. There's a most recently there's a Blackhawks player that I
Oh my God.
sold some work to that
Perfect.
bought
Good
one of
story.
my astronaut sculptures. And you know, I've hung out with them. We've gone out drinking and hanging and all that shit. And they're just a really cool couple. And into their house, installed their work. Dude's like 6'9", and he's really, really cool, laid back dude. Otherwise, you know, he just happens to be like one of those celebrity sports dudes, you know.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So that was cool. What were you gonna say?
I don't feel like any of my stories.
You want to tell
I
them
could
the
say
Boyd story?
without, like,
What's the Boyd story?
oh, that's a good one. I was thinking
Yeah.
of like messed up stuff and crazy stuff in my head. Oh, I was thinking of crazy stuff. I went to Boyd Tinsley of Dave Matthews Band. I got to meet him. Bishop went with me, and
She's a
Bishop
Dave
got to meet him, and I got
one of
to
those.
meet
One of those.
before things went south.
He
and
had
left
some
the
issues.
band. Before things went south, and he's not in the band, but whatever. We all got our own shit.
Yeah.
Shortly
So,
after.
Prior to that, they were coming in town. Dave Matthews Band was coming in town, and then Boyd was doing a little thing with the side band. I cannot think of the name right now. That's horrible. But anyway, they were at Sam Ash Music, I think it was, up on the north side, like last minute thing. And somebody, like, I heard on the radio or something, and I found out he was going to be there. So we went, and literally there was like 20 people there. It was insane. There was like nobody there. I don't know if they didn't advertise it, nobody knew about it or what, but I don't feel like many people were there, but it was amazing. We sat right in front of him and we got to watch him play the violin and then meet him afterwards. And I got a hug from him and got an autograph on my arm. And then when
And that's like one of your favorite bands. That's awesome.
I'm one of those people, Dave Matthews Band
so
fans.
he gets the tattoo of his autograph, right?
Yeah.
And shortly after, he gets like kicked out of the band because in his little side band, he had been allegedly
accused of
like
sexual
blowing one of the other
misconduct.
guys while he was asleep on the bus or some shit.
No,
I don't
I
know.
just love the music.
Some crazy
I don't
shit.
Yeah.
care who's he sucks. I just love the music.
I'm just saying, but that's ironically, she met him, got his tattoo, and then turned around and like,
Yeah.
And now nobody
That
talks
fucking
about him. I'm like,
Yeah. When I was a kid, I love Led Zeppelin, right? This is like one of my whatever. It's what really got me into guitar playing and writing, really. I've always thought Page was fantastic riff writer, you know, outside the stuff that he's been rightfully sued for.
Yeah.
But even without all that, he's still a fantastic riff writer. So my first tattoo, hold on, was
wrong on.
what is? Oh, my son put this on me earlier.
I wonder why you didn't keep
Yeah.
that sticker around on your shirt. On.
Yeah. But yeah, I got this tattoo, and then like lo and behold, what are the odds? Jimmy Page is a piece of shit. So fuck. Yeah, it's a, like
What a way to shatter everybody.
you know.
yeah. It's just fuck, man.
Oh.
Yeah. What's your favorite Michael Jackson song? You know what I mean?
I mean, look, you can still admire people's work without
Yeah,
necessarily
that's, you
connecting
know,
yourself to them
Yeah.
or
That's
mistakes
my
that they've
thing.
made
Like,
or whatever.
the music's one thing, your personal life's one thing. I don't.
Yeah. Accent,
Your music,
Also-
your music moves
also-
me.
Nobody's fucking perfect, man.
absolutely, yeah.
And I might do some really amazing shit one day and then be a fucking total dickhead the next fucking day.
Mhm.
Or I might put out this really great piece of work and people respect me for it for years. And then all of a sudden I do something people don't fucking like and I get fucking canceled or whatever the fuck.
Right,
But does that take away from what I
No.
actually brought to the table to begin with?
right.
You know, so
Right.
and then, you know, like Pee Wee Herman, right?
Oh yeah,
He just died, right?
yeah,
But you could jerk
Yeah,
off in a
yeah.
fucking
yeah,
movie theater and then not see him for 10 years and then come back and put out something like Blow.
yeah,
And then all of a sudden
Yeah.
he's back on top
Yeah.
again.
yeah.
You
Yeah,
know?
that's a good point.
And like, you know, fucking people are human. Let them fucking make mistakes.
Yeah.
Goddamn, you know?
Yeah.
That dude never gave up. He just
No.
refused, and
Yep.
he was able to come back. He even did a special on Netflix.
Yep.
You know, and yeah, he was you know, very prominent. You know, obviously huge in the '80s, and he came back. You know, and he was able to even revisit his original ground. You know, so definitely a fantastic artist that
Yep.
enjoyed masturbating in movie theaters. So
Yeah,
there's
everybody's got
that,
their
but
thing.
yeah, I remember it was I was at that age where when all that happened, all of a sudden I wasn't allowed to watch Pee Wee Herman anymore.
Oh, no.
You know, I was like, what
Way to
the
ruin
hell?
my childhood, bro.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Like, what the fuck? I didn't get it. I was a kid, you know, but whatever.
man.
It's yeah. And then I love the fact that you said Blow, because like I remember watching that movie and what a great film.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my god, it's Pee Wee. Holy shit.
Yeah.
And then he pops up, he does Mystery Man and
Yep.
yada 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 and so on and so forth. So
Oh,
yeah. Kudos to Paul Rubin. Yeah.
Yeah. We all enjoy a good self nut.
Hell yeah.
That's Jeanette said that.
Oh.
But she's not wrong. It's not wrong.
Thanks to that. So, all right, let's go ahead and wrap it up.
Yeah, man. Thank you for having us. dude.
Absolutely,
I
dude.
Appreciate it.
Fun.
Hell yeah. Thank you
Let's,
so much for coming on.
Let's do another round of this if you
Yeah.
want. And you know, it just happens to be fucking our kids got to get up for school and we got to go parents. So
Yeah. Yeah, I will. We do Wednesdays too, so we can do a Wednesday or a Sunday. But yeah, definitely I'll get the phone out. But
Okay.
yeah, thank you so much for coming. I'll get
Yeah,
those
thank you
5
for having us.
VHS for y'all to take off.
oh shit,
Yeah.
we're fucking committed to that.
Hell,
now.
hell yeah, we are,
Let me
dude.
get
It's
my
gonna be
meatballs.
awesome. Thanks for bringing Liz.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah,
Thanks for
like
having me.
revisiting
Thanks for
memories of
this.
fucking like some of my favorite
Oh,
fucking shows
it warms
ever,
my
and
heart.
fucking
Thank
you know, like I
means a lot.
cannot tell you how many times we talk about lizards, you know,
Yeah.
and
I hear a lot of people tell me that, and that means so much.
hell yeah,
Thanks for letting me
Such a
talk
huge
shit
part of the
on your
community.
show without fucking having to be like you know,
fuck yeah,
fucking
man.
tied down to the
Yeah.
fucking man.
And the next one when you guys come on, it will be looser, and it will be you know, like I don't know, the
Hey, I
stuff
may
that-
be back to drinking by then. You never know.
hell yeah, we'll be on a week of drinking.
Fucking bender.
Fuck yeah.
Then I meant
So August 22nd at the Circle in Carmel.
24th.
24th, that's what I said.
6 to 9.
I think you just heard me.
August
I said
24th, 6 to 9. It's Circle.
That's Circle, yeah.
Which is on in the Arts District on Main Street in Carmel.
Hell yeah.
And then I'm doing a solo show downtown at Gallery 42, October 13th. So that'll be a fucking amazing deal for me. It'll be my second solo show, which I'm really proud of. The
Fuck yeah.
first one, and I'm looking forward to this one just as much. My career's fucking blossomed quite a bit through them, and they've been real supportive as a fucking phenomenal gallery in Indy, and it's taken my local stuff pretty far. So I mean, it's great relationships to have with these people.
Hell yeah, man.
So
Proud of you. You're a
Appreciate it.
fucking inspiration.
thanks, brother.
It was awesome hanging out, seeing you again, seeing both of you. And by the way, we'll try to get Susan out for that one too. It'll
That'd
be fun.
dope. Yeah.
Shoot the shit,
Be good,
have some
Susan.
drinks afterwards. We're going to karaoke. All right, y'all. We are the unheard. We are the overlooked. We are chopped liver. You think you're weird? I think you're dumb. You fucking had that